Welcome everybody. Today we're going to be doing general messages. It's just going to basically be whatever you need to know about your current situation. We're going to take a look at two different things I guess the universe wants you to know about. For this video, the core cards are going to be probably mixed, so it's just going to depend on where the positions are, if they're going to be considered energies or a person. But don't worry, I'll take care of that. Timestamps will be down in the comment section down below. So please look for my name, Aries Tarot, highlighted. Click to show more info. You'll see all the Zodiacs there with a blue time link. You can click that. It'll go straight to your Zodiac. What else? We just hit 1,000 subscribers. So thanks for everyone that subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of you. Okay. I do try to reply to as many people as I can. But if I don't, it's not because I hate you or something like that. I really do appreciate everyone that keeps returning back to watch the channel. So once again, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I really do value it. So just want to let you guys know that. All right, so let's get started here. So enough babbling. We're going to start with Aries. Aries, how are you doing, Aries? All right, let's look at your general situation, see what kind of issues you're dealing with right now. So it's just whatever comes through. Something about Aries' general situation. Let's give me one story here. We'll do two stories, okay? So it's just going to be your first story. Okay, so if you don't resonate with this one, maybe the second one will. Okay. All right, we have one card shoot out. What do we got here? Six of Wands for your current situation. So, not bad. I'll talk about that in a second here. Okay. Well, so Aries, we have some Leo energy. With the Six of Wands is showing up in your current situation. Now, it's a good card because it does talk about victory, overcoming things. The challenge that's crossing it is the Three of Swords. So, this does talk about probably, to some extent, an emotional pain of some sort, something that really hurts you. And most times, 9 times out of 10, it's a breakup of some sort. Just going to be real with you. Okay. But with the Six of Wands there, it does suggest that you are trying to get over it, but you might just feel that it's being, I don't know, a difficult process right now. I mean, shit. Heartbreak is, of course, not necessarily easy, so let's see what else we got here. So this seems to be over Queen of Pentacles here. So you might have had a connection here, Aries, that was probably a stable connection to some extent, I would suspect. Something that you had a lot of stability invested in. For others of you, it might have just simply been trying to found a connection with somebody that you can really stand the test of time with. The Queen of Pentacles is a mature energy. It's earth energy, which is around the materialistic stuff in life. Can also just be, if it's not really trying to reform a relationship of some sort, it could just talk about that you're trying to get in a position where you can be strong, independent, and by yourself, and then make better decisions when you have a lot more financial stability. Okay, that's for some of you. What's behind you? A little bit of, I guess, waiting. So some of you might just been, like I said, you might have been waiting around for some person that probably never came through. I mean, I'm assuming. It could also talk about foresight and to some extent forward planning. Probably coming back to the Three of Swords here. I don't know if you're probably expecting this person maybe to come back. Maybe they never did. For others of you, it just, I don't know. Might have just been a waiting game, sitting around trying to wait for this person, and maybe you were unsure on whether to move forwards or not. Justice card, as far as your thoughts on the situation. So, I think to some extent you are finding, and this is coming back to the Six of Wands here, Aries, I think you are to some extent finding that things are kind of like balancing out a little bit. But this can also talk about legal challenges. So I don't know if this is for some of you, it could be that you're dealing with this person in a legal setting. That's possible with justice. Let's clarify it. The Hangman. So actually, I take that back. So this could actually better yet. I think you are trying to find the balance here, Aries. So I'm going to retract a little bit what I said there earlier, but it does suggest here in some ways that you are trying to work through it, but get a new angle on it. Whether that's, you know, this really does seem you got a foresight over here in the past, and you also have the Hangman. So there's a lot of planning around this. Like whatever has happened as far as that broke your heart to some extent, or caused those 3 swords to be in your heart. It doesn't sound like a very fun situation. You are trying to navigate through it. So what's coming into your near future here? Let's find out from the situation. Being on guard. So, looks like you're going to be on defense about something. What is that about? Well, I suppose if you got your heart broken, you're probably going to be a little bit defensive. Clarify 7 of Wands. What do we need now? 4 of Cups, the should've, the could've, the would'ves. So, I think you're just, you know, it's still something you're working through here, Aries, but it's kind of showing that you are going to be a little bit defensive, and it could be towards either this past person or just love in general. I think some of you might just be, you know, a little worried that, I almost wonder to some extent if you just feel that you're trying to work on yourself, but at the same time you might still be kind of thinking about this person, and you know, this pain that you're going through. I know it's not everyone, okay, but this is what the first story is showing here for those of you resonating. But it's showing here this pain is kind of a real challenge for you. And I think to some extent a solution is just going to be to kind of guard your heart, is kind of how you're going to end up seeing it. What is your advice for this situation? Get a card of advice for you. 8 of Swords. That would absolutely make sense to you, Aries. You need to get out of your head. Okay, so this is generally a singular problem here, Aries, with the 8 of Swords. So it's something where it's like it's almost causing a deadlock in your mind, where you feel like you're almost stuck, paralyzed. It's like you want to move on from the situation, but trying to do so is becoming like almost a nightmare. I mean, it's almost like that, you know, that strangulation, almost like a mental strangulation, where it's like you can't even, you're just trying to fucking see, like, just to see the light in the tunnel, but it just seems like, you know, you're just, I don't know, with emotions flaring, things going around, it's just like, it makes it difficult getting out of your head, trying to figure out what to do about it. I'm assuming that's probably what's keeping you on guard there, but the advice is just saying, you know, you need to kind of take your mind off things, focus on something else. I know it's easier said than done, but that's your advice to Aries for this problem. Let's get another story, see if we got something else better. So hang with me here. Alright, let's get another story for our Aries. Just gonna get one shuffle here because I already shuffled this pretty much. 5 of Wands. Damn, Aries. What the fuck is going on here? Struggles, probably fighting, feeling like everything's a burden right now. Let's find out more. What is the crossing energy? 5 of Swords. Didn't I just say that? Damn. Aries. So I guess some of you are... Whoa, and we got 9 of Swords here? God, what is going on here, Aries? Holy crap. It's going to talk about, honestly, like, you fighting with somebody, or, I mean, this sounds like a serious fight here. I mean, we just had the 8... I can't even make that up. That's from a different deck. I mean, seriously, Aries, that was from a different deck. Now we have the 9 of Swords here, so... I don't even know what that was going to. I'm just gonna put it on the wild here. But... Jesus. So, I mean, there sounds like a... I don't know. This could be a situation here, Aries, where there's some type of... like... I mean, the 5 of Wands is direct, sometimes conflict, it can be fighting, it can be a challenge of some sort, a serious challenge, overcoming a hurdle here. And there is some other better, I mean, some more lighter stuff to the card, but with it going to the 5 of Swords, probably suggests, and I'm going to tie it back to the other message, if this is about, once again, if you got your heart broken, If you have somebody here that lets you down, if it's a past lover that you've been warring with, an ex-baby mama, baby daddy kind of situation, maybe there was legal stuff going on, I don't know, but Five of Swords here probably suggests it's like turning into a bit of a war zone, and we've got Nine of Swords here. I think you're stressed out, like it's almost like that. When you go to Nine of Swords energy, I mean, it's like, it's really, shit's really going to your head. Big time. It's almost like paralyzing. But at the same time, just remember, it can be not following your intuition because you're blinded by all the fear and everything that's going on. What's behind Aries? Five of Cups. So once again, you know, Aries, this is what wants to come through. I try to do different stories, so if this doesn't apply to you, I'm sorry. The story's kind of almost the same as the other one. And this is a completely different deck. And it's showing here that, you know, if you, once again, this is somebody that let you down in your past here. So probably why you're in this energy. Damn. What's the basis of this situation? What do I need to know about that for our Aries in this problem? We just had the Hangman. Isn't that not crazy? We just had the Hangman for your other problem. Here it is again. I can't make that up, Aries. Different deck. So this is once again going into your head, trying to figure out, I don't know. This is a situation that's really kind of causing a mental gymnastics. How the fuck do I solve this problem? What do I do about it? Is it fair? Was it fair? Who was more in the wrong? Why did it happen? What did I do wrong? I need to find a solution. I can just talk about sometimes being upside down stuck. People not seeing the way that you're seeing it. It might get frustrating that you're trying to look at things at a different angle and they're just not really getting the way that you're seeing or what you're trying to say. And you might have good intentions and meaning behind what you're saying, but you might just perceive that others are just basically thinking you're just got it all wrong, upside down. Crowning thoughts is Ace of Pentacles. So you're, once again, you're trying to basically, I mean, so it does seem that you're trying to basically work through this situation and just start something fresh. You want better stability. So it's definitely on your mind. But the question, once again, is coming back to how. What's about to happen? Immediate future, please. This situation. Knight of Swords is going to be communication. So there's going to be some serious communication coming in. But just remember, this knight is armored here, Aries. So I would expect it could be from an air sign of some sort, being the knight there. But this could be somebody here that wants to talk about things or work things out potentially. We got 10 of Cups here. I'm gonna take that. Oh shit! And the Ace of Cups. Oh, and the King of Cups. Whoa! I'm gonna take all of those. You might have somebody that. Okay, so. You working through this situation, you might be manifesting this Ace of Pentacles right here, Aries, and it's going to go, this is what your immediate future is showing here, so something that's going to happen around the corner. Knight of Swords, so there could be like an air sign of some sort, and possibly a water sign, strong water here. 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, and King of Cups. So you might have been unbeknowingly manifesting a new situation into your life. I don't know, with all this conflict and everything, it seems like it could be a new chapter coming in, so a brand new connection. Ace of Cups can literally be, oh my god, I can't talk. Ace of Cups can literally be a new connection that's forming, or starting, an opportunity for that. And it's going to 10 of Cups and King of Cups. This is going to be a mature person who's emotionally available and somebody on your level. So, whether or not, you know, I guess the question here, Aries, and I'm going to just tell you the advice. I'm almost assuming I know what the advice is, and it's probably going to be something around, don't miss this opportunity when it comes in. Because if you're stuck in this here, Aries, look, you know what, fuck this. This card I'm taking as your advice. Your advice here, Nine of Swords. And that's probably going to indicate that, you know, if you are encased in swords, fearful about whatever happened in this situation and just basically focusing on it, you might miss this opportunity that's going to come in. But whoever this person is here, Aries, I would assume that they are going to voice that they're interested in something. Now, are they going to come in and probably tell you that I want a brand new relationship and I want it long term, I want to put a ring in your finger? Probably not, but they're going to give you subtle clues that they're interested in something that is AKA a long term connection. How will I know that? Well, I'm sure they'll probably be interested in hanging out with you, want to know what you're doing. Yeah, let me listen to your problems, how things are going. Yeah, let's talk about it. Want to go to coffee? I guess so. Yeah, I think that's going to be really good here, Aries. So, something to look forward to. What advice do we have for Aries? Let's get one more card of advice. Because I just feel like, honestly, I'm going to take that too. 9 of Swords. So you got both 9s there. I just wanted to be certain about... I was like, well, maybe I should just double clarify here. But it's basically the same thing here. Don't allow yourself to be the wounded warrior, the person that's stuck in your mind, stuff like that. Because I can tell you right now, you'll just miss this opportunity that's coming in here. So try and, if this is a situation that's honestly just dead and done, it's not doing anything for you, Aries, just put it in the past. Move on past it. Do what you got to do, because you really got to evaluate at the end of the day. Is it getting you anywhere? And if you've been at it for a couple weeks, months, years even, and stuff like that, I mean, why? What's the point? But anyways, Aries, that's what I got for you. I'm going to the next sign. Got to move on here. Hopefully you got something out of that. Virgo next. Virgo. Virgo, my parachuter sign. Let's see what general messages you need to know right now. Alright, we're going to do 2 stories. Okay, over 2 things that are in your current situation right now. And we'll talk about it, alright? So, let's do your first story and then we'll go to the second one after. What's going on for our Virgos currently? Can I get 1 story for the current situation right now? Ooh, 10 of Cups. Don't get too excited yet. Where's the challenge over this? 7 of Cups, okay. So, you've got 10 of Cups here, Virgo, going over 7 of Cups. This talks about generally, to some degree, confusion of some sort. This is over, whatever your situation is, about some... either a desire for a long-term connection with somebody that's you can be emotionally fulfilled with, potentially a marriage partner. 10 of Cups is a fantastic card. Talks about a lot of happy things. Can even talk about just family in general, wanting stability. It could be a marriage partner, somebody you can spend the rest of your life with. Could be just like, it could even be like, I don't know, buying a new home for some people. But it's going over 7 of Cups here. Okay, so it is a card sometimes that does talk a lot about fantasies in some cases, can talk about just wishing, hoping, dreaming of the day that you'll be sitting under the tree with the house there and white picket fence, dog barking type thing. Can also just talk about there's a lot of confusion around it, as I said earlier. Okay, so something about that. We'll find out a bit more here. Ten of Wands for the basis of the situation. So this is... once again, coming back to what I was saying here, Virgo, it seems to be almost you trying to basically make this happen, whatever this is. wanting a connection with somebody, a partner of some sort, for probably 90% of you. Trying to basically have that partner where you can actually have a fulfilling connection, not somebody that you just go hang out with at the bar or the club, or going for a hike or something like that. You want somebody that's really going to pay attention to you, know the ins and outs of your life, and be a partner. And it seems like it's turning into be like a real struggle trying to find that. What's behind this situation, Hermit? So there was a lot of past thinking here, the Hermit, a lot of soul reflection, trying to figure out, obviously, what you need to know about it. What am I doing wrong? I'm sure there was probably a lot of contemplation to some extent, wondering if you're even on the right path to find it. Some of you might have just been feeling like you're spinning your wheels in the mud, and it warranted basically going through some heavy thinking about it. What am I doing that needs to change, perhaps? But that is showing in your past here. So, in your thoughts here, Virgo, it does suggest with the situation you are... Seven of Pentacles can be a lot of good things, but there is, to some extent, does talk about kind of evaluating your choices. It's coming right back to this Hermit energy, so it probably suggests this kind of Hermit / Seven of Pentacles energy. What it's talking about is that there's, once again, evaluation, what went wrong and what needs to change. Some of you might be trying to make changes to how you're approaching love, who you're talking to, cutting certain people out, that kind of thing. You might just be saying, I need to either raise my standards, change my standards, or do something drastically different. But whatever the case is, it seems like you're in this kind of planning kind of phase or something. Alright, what's going to happen in the immediate future for our Virgos? 8 of Pentacles. So that's good. Let's clarify a little bit more about that. Clarify 8 of Pentacles. Ooh, Death. So, this does talk about here, Virgo, that, Death is a very powerful card, and I've been seeing this pop out a lot on the reads and stuff. It is kind of suggesting here that, there is going to be, an old way that you did things, or you were doing things, or the way things, there's probably a lot of things that were just getting stale, like situations that were, becoming a bit, just outdated and old, things that you've probably been dabbling with for a while. With Death, it does talk about releasing that, and not only that, it's kind of the phoenix rising out of the ashes, starting something fresh, okay? Going into a brand new chapter of life, becoming a bit bigger version of yourself. The problem is, it's clarifying the 8 of Pentacles, so it does suggest here that you are working in that direction. So it hasn't come yet, but you are working on it. So, that's good. I also, for some of you, this can also talk about, if you are focusing on yourself, this could talk about career and finance. If that's the case, and you are somebody that is heavily, you're working a lot of hours, or you started a brand new job, or you started a brand new business, this does look positive. We can talk about that. There could be some good money coming in for some of you, just so you know. Okay, so a lot of progress in that direction. So just keep doing, honestly, Virgo, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. Okay, and we have 8 of Pentacles there again. Holy shit! So yeah, keep working at it. You're going in the right direction. If you guys are wondering, you're going in the right direction. Okay, if this is resonating. What advice do we have for our Virgos for this? Holy shit! We have one card drop out. 7 of Pentacles for your advice. Didn't I just say keep doing what you're doing? Here's your advice. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep evaluating and planning. I already talked about this, so I'm not going to talk any more about it. But essentially, like I said, Virgo, you're doing the right thing. Okay? If you are in a situation where you are basically trying to make better decisions for yourself, really evaluate what went wrong, and did you get the results that you wanted? Then, like I said, you're doing the right thing. Alright, let's get another story for you. Give me another story for our Virgos. What else do they need to know in their current situation? What's another challenge? So we got the World card going over the Queen of Swords. So, Virgo, this is, once again, you're facing death in the other one, and now we have the World card. And this can talk about closing cycles out, trying to have success in your life, grow to a different chapter. And we had that in your first situation. It's repeating here again. We got Queen of Swords. So, this can be one of two things. Virgo, this can talk about you may have an air sign of some sort that you're dealing with. Perhaps that's snagging things up and making things difficult. Queen of Swords is not a bad card, but it, like I said, it could be somebody that you're dealing with, that you're trying to basically, I don't know, close out any business you have with them. Maybe you just want to resolve something, or you want to grow with this person. I don't know. This could also be some person that you're dealing with that you're trying to grow with. Okay? And for others of you, and this is a small portion, it could also talk about that you're trying to basically transform yourself, but try and vocalize how you're going to do that. It is a card of intellect, ideas, so you might be trying to figure out what's the best way, which direction do I go, what the fuck do I do? Base of the situation. Ace of Pentacles for the base of the situation. So this kind of seems like, in some cases, once again, you've been trying to have a new beginning. World card is sometimes, like I said, it's having completion, crossing through a portal, closing out any business, unfinished business, you're closing it out. What would that lead to? A brand new beginning. This seems to be something that seems to be a focus in your mind, trying to basically, and it can also be a new start for a brand new relationship, something brand new, like just different. Could be like, if, for example, you've been dealing with an old relationship that's been plaguing you back and forth. It's like, God, I just want something brand new. I'm just sick of this shit. Alright, what's in the past here? Ace of Wands, so might have been a missed opportunity here. Clarify the Ace of Wands. I'm going to take that. 8 of Swords. So, yeah. I think there might have been an opportunity of some sort here, Virgo. I don't know what that's about. For forward movement with somebody. Could have been maybe this person, this Queen of Swords here. There might have been an opportunity this person presented to you and you basically were just like, fuck it, but at the same time, it might have consumed you a little bit, and whether or not you should have taken that opportunity. Probably why the World card's there, because you're like, I don't know, it's kind of like putting you in that limbo where it's like you can't really close it out, because you probably still, some of you might still be thinking about that. Look at Virgo's thoughts on the situation. 10 of Pentacles. So you're, once again, this is confirming you want a brand new start. Okay, so that's your basis for the situation, and you want 10 of Pentacles is what's on your mind. Okay, you want a long-term commitment. So I would assume here this is involving a situation of either A, basically starting something brand new and going a brand new, a new journey by yourself, doing your own thing and finding someone brand new and different, releasing the cycle and just saying fuck it. Or it's basically working with this person. Like I said, potentially an air sign of some sort. Could also be a fire sign. But this is somebody here that you may basically have been trying to work with, trying to grow with this person, and like figure out if it's ever going to be long term or it's not. And that might be why the World card is there too. What's about to happen in the immediate future for our Virgos in this situation? Judgment. Looks like a decision will be made. About time. Alright. Clarify the judgment. Let's find out what else. I'm going to take that 10 of Swords. I think you're going to close this cycle out. Virgo, if this is a person, like I said, an ex of some sort, it's suggesting here, and this is if it's a person that you've had a lot of problems with, somebody that's come in and out, as I said earlier, this might be, you might just reach the point where you just say, fuck it, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Okay, it's been something that probably caused a lot of problems in the past. It was more problems than it was worth pursuing. And I think it's near future. It's suggesting here that you're going to close it out. Okay. Once again, if you had any stress or there was any concerns about missed opportunities or I don't know things that didn't work out, it suggests here you're going to release that. You're going to move on past it. Okay. So it's going to close out. 10 of Swords. We're not doing reversals here. So in this particular context, it is going to be generally end of a painful cycle, so things are going to change for you. And Judgment can be generally new starts as well, so I like it. What advice do we have for our Virgos in this particular situation? What do they need to know? 9 of Cups. So focus number one on your emotional independence. That's very important here, and also to recognize what you do have that has been positive. For those of you that have high standards, not feeling like you're really getting to, you want it now, you want to fix, the situation now, everything's got to be done now, or you're not seeing the positive, and some of you might just be down in the dumps about the situation or just stressed out. It's really challenging here. This is a card where it's emotional fulfillment. Find satisfying connections as well, okay? Ask yourself, if you're dealing with the troubles, like I said, a difficult ex of some sort, why are you in that situation, number one, and what is it bringing for you? Okay, especially if you're the type of person that's trying to invest everything into it, trying to make it work all the time, ask yourself, why are you doing it? Do you even know why you're doing it? Okay, is it bringing you the level of emotional satisfaction? And for others of you, can talk about if you're a very dependent person, dependent on others, or always worried that life's going to end if you don't get this long-term connection by next week or next month. It's challenging right there. You need to be okay by yourself and not be, wake up and not be expecting that you need to have a ring on your finger, or you need to have a deep connection, or you have to have this. Some people have this literally like, oh, I'm 35 or I'm 36, and if I don't get married by this point, I'm just effed type thing. And it's like, come on, guys. There's someone for everyone at every stage of life. I mean, hell, you could be 70 and meet somebody. So, but you need to focus on yourself first. Be comfortable with yourself. Go to the movie theaters. Oh my God, I can't fucking talk. So much saliva. I don't know what that's about. I have no problems with dry mouth, apparently. So good for me. Nine of Cups, but like I said, can also just talk about your own independence and emotional independence, especially. So ask yourself this question: can you go to the movie theaters by yourself, sit there by yourself, and watch a movie by yourself and be okay with that? I can do that. I've done it before. I go to concerts all the time by myself. Okay, so if you can do that, then you're probably emotionally independent, and that's good. Okay, but if you have a challenge with that, then go to explore that. See what you need to do, because I tell you what, when you're emotionally independent, it makes a big difference. It really does. It helps you kind of get through situations a lot better, and you don't feel like you're reliant on these things. You need to have them in your life, and when you're not focused on it, you'll notice that the people will just start coming in. It's always when you're focused on these situations when it just drags on, it goes on and on, you're worried, you get stuck in your mind, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, Virgo, that's what I got for you. Hopefully you got something out of that. Alright, but it does look like a lot of change coming in for you. That's awesome. Thanks for watching. Give this a like, Virgo, if you enjoyed this reading. Thanks for watching. Alright, Aquarius! How are you doing, my lovely Aquas? Alright, so Aquarius, for this, I've been explaining to the other two signs, but I'll be drawing two different situations that are currently happening for you, things that you need to know about or significant in your life. Okay, so if the first story doesn't resonate with you, stay tuned, because I'll do a second one and that might resonate with you. But I have noticed so far that both stories generally are, even with using a different deck, seem to be some way entwined with each other. I guess it's just whatever is going on in the collectives. I want you to know about that. So, alright, here we go. Give me one story for our Aquas. What is one story for the general situation? What is our Aquas dealing with right now? Give me one story. Five of Swords, a lot of conflict. Aquarius energy too. Let's find out what the crossing energy is here. Before I babble. Lovers. Okay, so Aquarius, this is probably over a situation where either there's been some fighting, arguments, or difficulties, or struggles, or I don't know. Just feel like it could also talk about major losses. Was possibly a soulmate connection of some sort. We got double air energy here. Some of you, it could be a Gemini, but like I said, any sign could be possible. But this is talking directly that you may be having struggles with some type of connection that has been very meaningful to you. I don't get that this is a choice of lovers, given that it's going over the Five of Swords. So this does seem that there's some conflict that's going on right now with somebody that you've probably been very romantically interested in, or felt there were some degree of like your soulmate of some sort. Basis of the situation, I'm going to take that Five of Cups right here. So this does seem a situation where there's been a lot of loss, things that have, Aquarius, I'm going to be real with you, this is kind of suggesting right here a situation that it's just, you know, honestly, that's just all you really need to know. I mean, this seems like a situation with somebody that's just been a lot of problems, a lot of struggles, a lot of difficulties. You've been down the gutter about it, felt the loss, things, I don't know, that never seemed to work out type deal. It's really emotionally drained you. So that's the basis of this situation it's suggesting here. What's behind our Aquas as far as this situation is concerned? Ten of Swords. I mean, holy crap balls, Aquarius. I'm like, do I want to go on anymore? I'm an Aqua. Crap. Ten of Swords, painful ass cycle. So something just might have been going through some serious struggles. And I mean, to be honest, Aquarius, it still kind of seems like it's going on. So you kind of like left one painful cycle or one difficult struggles. I don't know what that's about. We're not going to clarify it because I'm going to be cautious in time here. But suggesting like you literally came out of that cycle and just now you're back in the conflict again. Oof. Heavy energy here, Aquarius. So a lot of shit seems upside down right now, apparently. Eight of Swords. I'm gonna take that as your crowning thoughts. I mean, this is Sword City here, Aquarius. Holy crap. Shit. What is that Eight of Swords about? Can we clarify that? I do need to clarify that. Whoa! Aquarius. Past history right here, the base of the situation, Five of Cups. I pulled that randomly. That's the total I got. And we got Eight of Swords, and what did I get? Five of Cups. This is, once again, this is why this situation... I'm just going to be real with you, Aquarius. This situation ain't working. Fuck me, dude. I don't know who this is over, whatever, but, man, there's enough swords here to kill, like, a lot of people here. But, I mean, shit. What? That's that 23 swords? We haven't even finished the reading yet. Holy crap. A lot of stress here. A lot of... some of you could even be in a state of depression, feeling anxious, feeling like, you know, there's just... And the thing is, Aquarius, you gotta realize there's opportunities all around you. A lot of you are like, well, that's a bunch of bullshit. Ain't nothing going on in my life. Well, if you're focusing heavily on one problem that's clearly got you blindfolded and stuck in your head, encased in swords, you might not see those opportunities. So this really seems to be a mindset kind of struggle / issue here, Aquarius. Or some situation, probably a relationship that ended, or I don't know, some person that you're dealing with. Something like that. Causing a lot of problems, or just struggles, or issues, or dilemmas, some things like that. It's coming to the immediate future for Aquarius in this situation, in the story. What do they need to know? What's about to happen? Queen of Pentacles. Thank God. Alright. So, The question here is to... Let me clarify this. Clarify Queen of Pentacles for near future. Justice. Wow. Okay, wow. Something here, Aquarius, is going to balance out. Okay, so what I want you to know is don't hit the eject button yet. Okay? I know a lot of you are like, wow, this is depressing as hell. Stability is coming. Okay, something is going to happen that's going to facilitate some type of growth or transformation. Okay, what I can't unfortunately tell you is whether or not it is growth with this person. Intuitively, I'm getting the answer is no. Okay, what I am getting is that this potentially is going to be, it's possible this could be a new person coming in, somebody that's more balanced for you and stuff like that. That's fair. That's possible. Okay. It's also possible that this is just you grounding yourself and finding your karma type thing. Essentially, if you're the one that's really been putting a lot in or trying, it may just be finding that you're just kind of getting a more balance in your life overall. Like something is going to stabilize out here, okay? But the question is how that happens. I couldn't really tell you, okay? You might remove something out of your life. Like I said, you did have this old cycle that came to an end. This fight or whatever this is over, it does suggest here that when you come out of it, you might have a revelation that it's just not worth your time anymore. Or it's possible if you are fighting with somebody right now, Aquarius, it does suggest we can also apply it that, you know, there's going things will stabilize out, okay, especially with the justice here. Okay, if you have any legal matters especially going on, I also just want to throw this out here, Aquarius, for this particular situation. This may have nothing to do, honestly, with even a lover at all. For some of you, this could also just be some difficult situation because the lovers can talk about choices. And this may just be, you might just be finding like whatever fucking choice that you've been involved in or trying to make or something like that. Everything that you try is just a struggle. It always ends up in like fighting, conflict, or there's just problems. It's like you're always just getting shit on type thing. I mean, this is honestly, I just feel like I got shit on type reading. Okay, but if that's the case, if as far as any legal stuff you're dealing with, it looks like it's going to be positive. It's going to stabilize out. So I just want to let you know if you are dealing with something legal, it's going to stabilize out. And also, if you know you are going through some really difficult struggles right now or something like that, it is going to balance out. Money is going to improve, so expect that. And also, you will get your karma. Karma will come in. Okay, something good will happen. And like I said, it's possible. Could be just a stabilization of this other ex you might have been dealing with. That might stabilize out. There might be some justice there, something that'll be fair. You know, guys will start working with each other better, or it's just basically, like I said, it could be a new person even. So take, you know, what resonates and leave the rest. Let's get some advice here for Aquarius in this situation. Nine of Cups. I think it was Virgo. Pretty sure it's Virgo. I had this exact same card from a different deck. Nine of Cups for the advice is focus on your emotional stability. Okay, for those of you Aquarius that are frequently in your mind, especially if you've got double Five of Cups here, suggesting there could be a degree of depression going on for some of you. Okay, you really need to focus on what you have achieved so far. Okay, first recognize that. Second thing is emotional stability is important right now. You have to eliminate what is causing war and conflict. Okay, you can't. The reality is, I know that's easier said than done, but the reality is that you really have to look at what is on your plate. And I have no doubt that a lot of our aquas, even though it come across as very cold signs sometimes, have a lot of struggles generally on our plate. From trying to do everything at once, trying to make everyone happy, trying to basically run around, be that person that's always there for people, trying to understand their problems and not yours. You know, that's a frequent aqua trait, you know, because deep down inside, aquas do have a very big emotional side. I would say it's on par with the cancers, especially if you have a water sign placement. Okay, but trying to get that out of an aqua is a different story. Okay, because to see things different, so I think people misunderstand it. But it can lead to these emotionally draining situations, Aquarius, and I think it's suggesting here you need to take time out for yourself, you know, take a bit of a celebration of some sort if you can afford it, do something fun for yourself. For others of you, it could just be as simple as taking a time out and reflecting on what you have accomplished, and then starting to remove things off the plate. Make it bite-sized pieces, what you can manage, not a heaping pile of shit that you can basically just look at and want to pass out just looking at it. That's not going to get you anywhere. Okay, and also Nine of Cups does talk about success. Look for things that you can be successful in. Stop investing and wasting your time in situations that are just conflict prone that get you nothing. I mean, for real. Why waste your time? It's a waste. Don't do it. And a lot of you, I know you're going to say, well, that is so much, it's so easy to say that, but harder to do it. It's like, it's really not when you think about it. It's not. It's everybody has the same 24 hours in a given day. Just think about that. The billionaire that wakes up in the morning versus the poorest man on earth has the same 24 hours in a day. What they do with their time, how they spend that time will determine what that person's about. You know, don't need to ask them. You just gotta see what they do. Just watch what they do. Quote, Les Brown. Check him out if you need motivational help. Les Brown. L-E-S Brown. Let's get one more story for you, Aquas. Alright. What's a second story for our Aquarius in their current situation right now? Give me one more story for our Aquarius. What is their current situation? 10 of Wands. Fatigued, burnt out, probably going to tie back to the other story. This is probably feeling, for some of you Aquarius, feeling strained, doing a lot, carrying a heavy load. Why the fuck am I doing this type thing? Three of Cups. Once again, that's the crossing energy here. This suggests here that you're trying, you know, Three of Cups can be a card of feeling like there's a lot to celebrate. Can be happier times. Can even be wedding announcements. It can be stuff like that. But in general, it can just be a R&R card. Just rest and relaxation. Trying to basically just find something where you can be like, yeah. You know, it's like after a long day's work when you feel really emotionally satisfied, you can put your feet up. This is that kind of thing. And see this guy carrying all the fucking sticks and shit like that. This probably suggests you're going through struggles. Once again, Aquarius, feeling like you're drained, burdened, and probably trying to figure out a balance to when, you know, how many loads can I really carry before my legs just give out? When do I reach this? When I can feel like I'm emotionally satisfied with what I've done? Could be just endless working, trying to basically do stuff relentlessly to try and get an outcome, but never seeing end in sight. What's the basis of this situation? Aquas. The Moon, a lot of doubts, uncertainty. It's like you're putting in a lot of work into situations that are vague. You probably don't even know, and once again, I'm coming back, why am I doing this? You know, a part of you probably had some idea or has some vague idea, but at the same time, it's just like situations where you just feel like, I have a lot of uncertainty about where the fuck I'm going, what's going to happen, my position, you know, maybe my position in life. Holy shit. But the Fool just shot out. I don't know what that's going to. We'll just put it to the side there. Aquarius energy. Just saying. So, yeah, a lot of unknowns. I think there's been a lot of uncertainty in your life, and that's probably why maybe you're trying to compensate by working extremely hard to do stuff. Maybe it doesn't feel good by doing that for some of you. What's behind our Aquas in the situation? Three of Pentacles. Could have been some type of job opportunity or something like that. Might have been a position of some sort for some of you that were working for somebody. There could be something that ended or came to an end. What's that Three of... Can you clarify one more to the Three of Pentacles? Is anything else about that? Ten of Swords, we just had that. Yeah, so this might have been, for some of you, a job termination, a job that ended. This could have been being fired, being let go. This, for others of you, it could have been a job that, it may not have been that. It could have just been that you just said, fuck it, wanted to leave your job. Felt that you weren't getting the recognition or didn't feel like there was cohesion or a friendly work environment. Could have been a lot of different things, something around that. Okay, there's some shit that went on. This is probably why that Fool came out here. You might have basically left something. It doesn't have to be work. It could be anything. Could have been a very stressful situation where you're trying to work with somebody here. It's generalized, and you just found that you just kind of got shafted, got the shit end of the stick. Maybe you tried to start something new, which is why you're probably in this energy here. trying to basically get a dream off the ground, something like that. What's Aquarius' current thoughts on this situation? What do we need to know? I'm going to take that 9 of Swords. You're stressed out. A lot of stress. A lot of stress. How to make it happen? Where am I going? What am I doing? Got the moon energy here. A lot of unknowns. This is just like stress, 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 stress. Fatigue. Being burnt out. Probably really trying to... Holy shit, we have one card. Rocket to your future, immediate future. Page of Cups. Could have a... This could be like a water sign of some sort coming in. Want to offer you the cup. Let's clarify the Page of Cups. Could be your passion coming back as well. Doesn't have to be a relationship either. Clarify that Page of Cups, please. 8 of Swords. Okay, so so this is gonna suggest your... Okay, yeah. All right, so don't pop the champagne yet. So Aquarius, you might have, if this is a relationship setting, okay, this is in the past year. This could either be a new relationship of some sort, somebody brand new that you're in your mind about whether or not you even have the time to basically be with this person, try something different. Could be like investing into a new relationship of some sort or a new connection. Could have someone that's romantically interested and you're not even sure if you really even have the time or the mental capacity right now to basically deal with it. For others of you, it could be somebody that, once again, could have been very toxic, that left you in the dirt, kind of betrayed you, or hasn't had a good reputation with you, that wants to come back around for round 2. That's possible. Okay, it shows here that you might be in, once again, I'm going to pop this here, shit, Aquarius. Maybe this is because you're trying something, trying something different, and now you've got to deal with this incoming crap or whatever like that, that you kind of are already getting like, your hairs are standing up type thing, and you're like, I don't know. Fucking, I'm down 5 of Cups? God. Aquarius. This probably was somebody, once again, somebody that let you down. Oh man, Aquarius. What advice do we have for our Aquarius, please? Can you advise on this situation? What does Aquarius need to know and do? Ace of Cups. Have a new start. Focus on something brand new. Okay, Ace of Cups doesn't... This can talk about a new commitment of some sort. And the advice is basically suggesting here you probably need to invest in something different here, Aquarius. Especially, and I'm saying that if this in a relationship setting, if this is somebody that you've had frequent problems with that just keeps causing, going around like a yo-yo fucking cycle, then this is probably suggesting you really need to start something different here. You can't keep dealing with this. Another thing is that if this is not related to relationships, this can talk about you need to get creative about your opportunities. Do something radically different. Radical is the key word here. Clarify the Ace of Cups for the advice. We have King of Cups and Chariot. Holy shit, I'm going to take both of those. Yeah. You really need to take a lot of action here, Aquarius, to what you're emotionally interested in. Okay, there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of people are going to sell you stuff, a lot of ideas out there, do this, do that, but really you need to settle on one thing. Find what emotionally satisfies you. Put your drive towards it and keep it like that. Okay, be consistent. Consistency wins the race. Okay, that's like the tortoise. The hare basically was the one that was fucking around, but the tortoise was the one that was consistent and won the race. So, just letting you know about that. Okay, there's a lot of struggles here, Aquarius, but like I said, you are going to have an opportunity of some sort, something that's coming through here. Your advice is, once again, as I said, focus on something different and what you are emotionally, like, really and truly care about. Okay, and a lot of you are going to say, well, maybe this person that I want back. I was like, do you really want this person back, especially if they've let you down a million times? Don't waste your time investing in stuff like that. It's not worth it, Aquarius. Okay, remember the Fool. Brand new beginning. Take a journey, an unknown one. Try something radically different. Anyways, Aquarius, that's what I got for you. Please give me a like if you enjoyed this segment. Thanks for watching. Scorpio. My scorpions, and I live in Arizona, and we have the Arizona bark scorpion, which is like the most venomous, apparently, scorpion. So thanks, Scorpio, for your contribution to Arizona. I appreciate you. Stinging people up when you don't get your way. Feel a bit threatened? Sting them. Didn't get that discount you wanted? Sting him. You're not my type? I'm gonna sting you. Food sucked? I'm gonna sting you. Scorpio. Alright, Scorpio. For this particular reading, we're gonna do two different stories, okay? So if the first one doesn't quite resonate with you, I can tell you right now, the second one, more than likely, even if with a different deck, is probably gonna be something similar. So it's gonna read over your general situation right now. I originally was trying to basically have two different storylines, but even when I ask, it's essentially giving me a very similar scenario, even with the second one. So I don't think I'll be able to override that, but we'll see. So far, the last three signs are very similar in both stories. Even with different decks, didn't really matter. Alright. Give me one story for our Scorpios in their current situation with a challenge crossing. Ace of Pentacles. Don't pop the champagne yet, as I've been saying. Let's find out what the challenge is. Justice. Alright. So this is not necessarily too bad here, Scorpio. This does seem like a situation of some sort. That's Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity card. Foundation to something, okay? It is going to justice. So this could be for some of you dealing with, I just gotta say right off the bat, this could be a legal situation of some sort where you're trying to have a favorable outcome. Okay, that's what you're manifesting, you're wanting to happen. Okay, we'll find out a bit more in a second here, but that's the first lot of you. And for others of you, this could be an opportunity of some sort, potentially coming in from somebody you already know. Maybe you had some legal issues with this person, and it's also possible for others you just want to have a fair and balanced connection. Something with equal give and take. Something where there's justice. Okay? Not unfair. Okay? But this is the crossing energy. So that is something that you are trying to dabble with, with whatever this opportunity is. Let's find out what the basis of the situation is. For our Scorpios. Tell me more. Page of Pentacles. What the fuck? So this Scorpio is basically what it's showing you from the past. Somebody offered you or is wanting to work with you, and this is why this is coming through as the current situation problem. Is that this seems to be kind of causing a ruckus in your head, it would seem. Something about this. What's in the immediate past here? Queen of Wands. So this could have been a fire earth sign of some sort, maybe. Could have been some type of fire sign. Fire, or who knows, maybe even a little bit of air, but mainly fire or earth sign or some sort that you might have been dealing with your Scorpio. That maybe you had a lot of forward movement. This could have also been somebody here that was very charming, attractive, sexy, someone that you really were attracted to. Okay? And also, I don't know, this situation also might have, I don't know, maybe things were moving a little too fast in the past. Maybe you put the brakes on this. What are Scorpio's thoughts? Six of Wands. So you're wanting to basically have you want a Hail Mary on this. You want a victory. So you want things to work out. So whatever the situation is, this could be somebody maybe actually that's giving you. We got the should have, the could have, the would have. Perhaps there is a situation that you really desire and you want. Perhaps this was you, even Scorpio. Maybe you were offering this to somebody. Maybe it's this fire sign. You were trying to get them to work with you, but maybe it was an unrequited love situation or something that wasn't fair, and you wanted to basically have an opportunity with this person, but you wanted to be balanced, honest, truthful communication. You wanted to have victory, work with this person. Maybe you got left with a broken heart. Maybe you're concerned about that happening. What's in the immediate future? immediate future, Scorpio. Dealing in this situation, please. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so things are going to move forwards here. So whatever situation you are dealing with here, Scorpio, your reading's really not that bad. You're like actually the first sign that seems to be semi-normal as far as the reading here. It does suggest here that you are still weighing in on probably a new start. The Seven of Pentacles can be evaluating essentially what you have got in the past, what worked, what didn't. It's possible you are trying to change things up here or trying a different approach. Maybe you're, I don't know, maybe trying to be more flexible with this person, whoever it is, if it is somebody that you've been dealing with. If this is a brand new opportunity, maybe you're carrying a past relationship that didn't work and you're kind of evaluating what worked in that relationship and what didn't, and trying to basically not do those things in whatever this new opportunity is. Maybe you don't want to fuck it up. That's possible. But it does show the Seven of Pentacles. That is positive energy. So I do just keep doing essentially whatever you're doing. Let's get some advice here. Could also be... actually, let me talk about that in a second here. What kind of advice for Scorpio in this situation? Magician, you have everything you need to make it happen. Okay, so... this does look really positive, I'm not going to lie, Scorpio. It does seem that there could be an element of doubt here on whether or not you're going to be able to do this or make this possible. This is probably why you're wanting to have a victory here. It does suggest here from the universe that if you are in a situation like this, this could even be potentially, Scorpios, and what I was going to say is possibly a new job of some sort. We don't have to always apply these to relationships. It can be literally that there might have been a job opportunity for some of you that was offered to you. Maybe it's a legal opportunity of some sort in the law, in nursing, in medical. Justice can talk about that. It could be some, like, I don't know, something around counting money or something where you're a lot of huge amount of responsibility and opportunity. Maybe you're being a manager or overseeing a lot of different things. Maybe this is a lot of responsibility. Okay, maybe you were trying to make a lot of things happen in the past as far as your career and profession. Been getting a lot of success or recognition to some extent, and you're trying to basically, this could also be a reaping reward. So if you're in that situation there, Scorpio, it does look really positive. Do see that you're going to basically be pulling in some good money, good harvest to some extent based on the cards, surrounding cards. So it looks good. But, you know, just apply whatever resonates there, okay? But yeah, I just say just keep doing what you're doing there, Scorpio. We'll get one more story here and see if anything else comes out for you. Give me one more story for our Scorpios. What do they need to know right now? Give me a second story. Second story for our Scorpios. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, you guys are shit. You guys are wanting either a long-term commitment of some sort, or some of you could have been an inheritance, money coming in, some sort. What to do with it? Let's find out. The Sun. Yeah, I'm going to lean more towards this is either a career opportunity of a lifetime here, Scorpios, for some of you, or it's possible this is a dilemma over trying to be emotionally fulfilled and happy with a long-term connection, or trying to find it of some sort. So what is that? What's in the past issues here? To this. What do we need to know? Eight of Wands for past. So, I think there might have been some struggles here. I'm coming back to this Ten of Pentacles. This seems to be a big focus for you, Scorpio. A strong desire, basically. If it's related to finances, this definitely does talk about wanting the ultimate success, trying to basically get yourself to, like, I don't know, bigger car, bigger house, bigger everything. Bigger paychecks. And it can also talk about maybe just the emotional, or not the emotional, the financial stability where you can actually just feel happy about where you're at in life. Okay? Probably trying to put forward some emotion for some of you. This could be talking about a business of some sort you're working on, or just your job, career, or general life. That you're, I don't know, trying to basically make something happen, and it's taking a long ass time to basically come to fruition. What's in the past here? Immediate past. King of Wands. You had Queen of Wands in the fucking past here too. I mean, what the hell, Scorpio? So you guys have been busting your asses here. A lot of work. Okay, it's once again, if this is a relationship, this could be trying to have a long-term relationship with somebody here, and it could be a fire sign. I'm getting a fire sign once again. We've got 3 cards of fire here. Fire, air sign, or earth sign, potentially. The Scorpio's thoughts on this situation? Yeah, it's okay. It's probably a relationship. We got 2 of cups here. You want a connection with whoever this fire sign is here, Scorpio. Okay, so yeah. I'm still gonna stick here. Once again, it could still have some reference to, like I said, finance and stuff. But this is strongly also suggesting here that you want to work with whoever this person is. You want a committed relationship and something that's going to end up go to marriage. Okay, that's for sure. What about the immediate future for this situation for us Scorpios? Let's get one more shuffle. That one's kind of shitty. Three of Wands. There's going to be some forward movement here. That is a card of communication, and it's a fire energy. So I'm suggesting here that you are going to have communication with this person. Things will move forwards, if you're wondering. Okay. How much? I don't know, but it does suggest here. There is a card of also foresight and planning, so I do think that you are going to do some evaluation, but it is also a communication card. So things do look good here, Scorpio. What advice do we have for our Scorpios in this situation? If they want to make it continue to work. Knight of Pentacles, focus on branching out. Once again, if this is related to business and finance, okay, you're on the right direction. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep focusing on branching out, expanding, taking chances. And you know, it is slower energy with the Knight of Pentacles, so just keep that in mind. So this does suggest slow and steady wins the race. I think it just pretty certain I said that earlier for your other message, okay? And it's true, especially here. Success doesn't happen overnight. If you want this 10 of Pentacles, you're almost there. So keep doing it. Keep working at what you. Honestly, if you're doing like a business or something like that right now, Scorpio, or you started a brand new job or something like that, keep fucking working out. It's gonna pay. And advice is suggesting stick with it. That's a card of commitment. Okay, so don't abandon whatever you're doing right now, especially if it's working on a new connection of some sort. Don't abandon it. If you have any fears or doubts, don't let that derail your plans, alright? Anyway, Scorpio, that's what I got for you. Please give me a like if you enjoyed this segment. If not, you don't have to. But either way, thanks for watching. I'm moving on to the next sign. Alright. Alright. Just took a little break there. So we're going to get right back to this. Leos, my lions, leopards, tigers, whatever you want to identify with, it's now your turn. Alright. Let's get a roar in the comments for our Leos. That's the best I can do. Alright. Leo, for this particular reading, I've been telling all the signs. I'm going to draw 2 different stories about your current situation, okay? The idea for 2 different stories is if the first one didn't resonate, hopefully the second one will. I will give you a little disclaimer that it seems to be showing almost the same thing, even if I use a different deck. I don't know if it's been strong. Scorpio kind of had 2 slightly different things, so we'll see. Alright, let's get right to it. Only one story for our Leos in their current situation. What are they dealing with? What do we need to know? Queen of Wands. Ooh. Let's find out before we celebrate here what the crossing energy is. 7 of Pentacles. This could be, for some of you, a lot of forward movement that you're dealing with and trying to figure out where to channel that energy. Okay, for others of you, this could be a fire sign that you're dealing with, trying to plan whether it was a wise idea dealing with this person and what you're getting out of this situation. Tell me more, please. What's the basis of the situation? What do we need to know for our Leos? 8 of Wands, a lot of forward movement. So a lot of you, this could be a lot of just like planning around just like your overall life, trying to figure out where should I go next, what should I do. If this is like a business endeavor, this could also talk about honestly getting your dream off the ground. Working your ass off for something. What? I don't know. Maybe you're trying to get a new home, reinvent the wheel. I don't know. Join SpaceX to go to the moon. Do something radical here. But it could also talk, and we got the Chariot here. So you guys are, I don't know, you guys are busting your ass over something here. A lot of fire energy, and it probably suggests this could also be a relationship of some sort, that new connection that's forming or starting. Could be someone that you're working with. What's in the past here? King of Wands. Full steam ahead, baby. Jeez, our Leos are off. 10 of Pentacles. Leo. Good God. What? I mean, you guys are like turbocharged right now. Holy shit. So for some of you, this could honestly be trying to basically make yourself filthy rich, try and go in a new direction, investing into yourself, growing, transformation. For others of you, this could be, once again, a past fire sign that you might have been trying to work with. Somebody that could have been potential for a long-term commitment, marriage of some sort. You might be still trying to work with this person, trying to make that happen. Okay? Or it could be a prospecting connection for some of you that you're trying to basically, like I said, maybe it's a new connection, something you see a lot of potential in. I don't know, maybe marriage or something was discussed. I don't know. On your thoughts, a brand new relationship. Come on, this has got to be something with a fire sign of some sort. Maybe an earth sign. Fire sign, earth sign. We got Taurus, Virgo energy here. Leo, Aries, a little bit of Pisces with that Queen of Wands. Some Sag energy and general water energy here. So on your mind, apparently something new. You're creatively in your mind trying to figure out if this is related to business or it's you starting, like being entrepreneurship or something like that, or potentially even if you have some type of financial skills of some sort or a degree of some sort, who knows, or an idea, kind of shows you're in your head about that, trying to think of the possibilities. Fucking love it. Immediate future, please. Wow. Leo, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but keep doing it. Ace of Pentacles, a brand new beginning. You guys are killing it right now. Okay, if this is for a connection for some of you, this suggests that it's going to turn into a relationship. Okay, so just if you're wondering, you've been working hard to try and basically you're back and forth with somebody, maybe like I said, a fire earth sign of some sort, and you've been trying to make it work. It's suggesting here that that's coming in for you. And for those of you not dealing with that, it could be related to business, finances. This could be a brand new fucking opportunity, something that's really going to accelerate your career growth. Or for those of you that have started a business, this looks really positive, new beginning. Okay, so keep doing what you're doing. One card of advice. I don't even think you really need it. Clearly, you're doing a fantastic job. Whatever. Let's get one card. Justice. I'm going to assume, Leos, based on the energy I'm seeing here, that there's a lot of forward movement. It's probably suggesting here, be careful about what you sign up for. Make sure things are fair and balanced. Also, don't cut corners to try and get a result, because that can be bad karma. You don't want that. Justice card can talk about that, jumping corners. For others of you, this can also talk about take time to make sure that your life is balanced. Okay? Don't half kill yourself for the almighty dollar. Okay? At the end of the day, take time for yourself. Make sure that you are basically getting some emotional time off. Okay? Rest, relaxation. Do something like that. Do something fun for yourself. Okay? But don't kill yourself. But whatever, another portion of you, this is going to be a small portion of you, make sure if you are doing a business or you are starting something, make sure you do it the legal way. Okay? Don't do things behind, shady stuff. Cut corners, like I said. But overall, I mean, honestly, Leo, wow. Fantastic reading. You guys are killing it. Okay. Let's get one more story for you with the Empress pop out there too, just so you know. Could talk about pregnancy, growth as well. So things are going in the right direction there, Leo. I like it. Alright, can we get story number 2 for our Leos? Our leopards, tigers, lions, whatever they identify with. We need one alternative story for our Leos in their current situation. What do they need to know? The moon. Let's find out what that's crossing over. There's the Queen of Wands again. So this is probably gonna be part 2 of the first version on stuff we didn't know about the first story. Okay, once again, could be a fire sign that you're a little bit unsure about. So that's probably now we're gonna find out the missing details about the first story. Okay, could be some doubts about where you're going. Might be moon energy basically talks about a lot of fears, unknowns, and stuff like that. Queen of Wands can't talk about, mature action and movement, but at the same time, it's going over fear and doubt. So there might be a little hesitance. Fuck that word. It could be just basically a little uncertain on where to put that energy. It sounds like you are, with the mature energy, it suggests that you do want to strategically plan where you invest your time, but at the same time, it could be a little uncertainty. Basis of the issue is the Hermit. A lot of evaluation, reflection as well on what's right for you going on here. So you've thought about this situation a lot. What's behind you? 10 of Swords. That's good. Suggesting here, Leo, that we got the Moon and 10 of Swords there. I would think that basically that's implying that you did go through some type of hardship of some sort or painful ending. Maybe it was with this fire sign. If this is related to a relationship, this could be why you have concerns and unknowns, because if this person fucked you over in the past, you're probably like, I don't know if I want to deal with that again. So maybe that's tying in back to that first story where you do want to have a lot of forward movement, but there are some fears that are creeping in. Maybe they're going to screw me over again. Could be one of those things. Come on, shuffle me, baby. Shuffle for our Leos. Oh, God. Crowning thoughts. There you go. Double energy. Leos is suggesting here, do I need to say any more? You're concerned that this could be a toxic connection, unhealthy for you. Could be a person here that you, I don't know, is luring you in. You probably know it, and you probably know it could be something that's a dangerous connection to be in. What's about to happen is, man, you got that. How did I pull that a second time? For what? In your immediate future. You got it twice. There's going to be some new opportunity here. Something brand spanking new. I sure hope it's not with this devil energy here. Ooh. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles. I need to clarify this one. Wish fulfillment? Alright, well look here. On the positive here, this is just what you're thinking. So I think you do have a lot of doubts here, Leos, but he must have been manifest. I don't know. This, the Queen of Wands is somebody that's extremely attractive, something that's good. Some of you might be dabbling in a connection of some sort that this person could have some bad sides to them, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe the wish fulfillment, maybe you want that to happen. It could also be potentially here, I'm just letting you know, it could be a brand new opportunity. There's no ways for me to know. So it could be something brand new that's also coming in that's not related to whoever this person is. Or maybe it's just not related to the person at all and you're just basically worried about your forward movement. You don't want to be in a toxic connection. That's possible, okay? But something you've been manifesting and wishing for is going to come in for you here soon, okay? Be on the lookout for that. But let's get some advice here because I do see a lot of, that moon energy and stuff there. Don't want to miss this opportunity when it comes in. One card of advice for our Leos in this situation. What do they need to know? Ten of Cups. Wow. I'm going to say don't lose. Yeah. Make sure you get a situation here and don't lose sight of an emotionally equal give and take situation, because that's the Ten of Cups. It's a card that literally talks about all parties, not one, all parties having emotionally good connections with friends, family, and your lover. Okay, somebody that could be marriage potential. Okay, that's probably where that starts coming in. You probably want this right here. Okay, make sure it's a connection that you are emotionally satisfied with. Well, Wes, how the fuck am I going to know that? You'll just know when you're talking with somebody. You're going to get the butterflies in your stomach. There's going to be things about you. I can't wait to hear from that person. I can't wait to talk with them. If that's not you, and you're like, I think about more problems of anything about this person, and you've got the wrong person. Okay? Relationships, or good relationships that are forming, should never be a struggle. Just remember that. If you're finding yourself in a situation or connection with somebody, regardless of whatever hopes you have about the situation, if it is a burden of any type, where it's just problems in some way or another, or it's stressing you, like, why do we not connect on this? Why is that? If you're always in your mind trying to think about these things, you probably have the wrong person. There's issues there. Okay? A good relationship and a good person that you're connecting with will generally sense how you feel. Why? Because they care about you. A person that really doesn't pay attention to those things is not a person you want to be around, because they oftentimes are not caring about those things because they don't care. So, just so you know. But, yeah. Overall, I still think it's going to be, regardless of the situation here, Leo, it's still showing a positive outcome. So, expect, but remember, it's an opportunity. Let's not have a missed opportunity here. Could be an earth sign. I don't know. We got all kind of energies here. I mean, there's one card of water here, but it could be an air sign. Yeah, earth sign actually is probably air or earth possibly, and also fire. Least is probably water. All right, but that's what I got for you, Leo. All right. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this segment, Leo. Thanks for watching. Taurus, how are you doing? All right. So, Taurus, just so you know, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to pull two stories for you in your general situation. Okay? The idea behind the stories is that the first one, if it doesn't resonate, there'll be a second one that hopefully will. Okay? So, one or the other, or you might resonate with both. Okay? It's just going to be general, whatever comes out, and we'll talk about it. All right? So, let's get right to it. One story for Taurus's general situation in the current right now. What do we need to know? What does Taurus need to know? King of Swords. So, let me get your crossing energy and we'll talk about it. Six of Wands here. This suggests here there's some type of communication, probably with an air sign here, Taurus, that you are, or it doesn't have to be an air sign, it could be any other, just like I said, it's just what, obviously the card is showing here, but it could be any, honestly, it could be water, fire, whatever. Okay, but whatever the case is, this person, it seems like you're trying to have successful communication with this person, but it can talk about discussion sometimes about having victory, success, something that's going to work. But that's the challenging energy here. So suggesting that maybe you're not getting that, but at the same time you're trying to resolve something. This can also just talk about, if it's not related to a person, just in your own life right now, trying to find a solution. Because remember I said in the beginning, I don't know if you guys watched, or I said that, court cards can be considered energies and people. So if it's not a person, this could also talk about yourself in general, just trying to basically find a logical, practical solution that's going to work for your life where you can actually be successful in whatever that is, okay? King of Swords is mature energy. So it suggests that you're putting a lot of mental energy into this. Tell me about the basis of the situation. Death, trying to basically have a new chapter in your life. You just feel basically right now, I can tell you right now, this is a situation that's already forming where it's suggesting that you've gone through a lot of crap that's happened in your life and you're trying to change that. Okay? Death, though, being at the base of the situation is what you're trying to achieve. A brand new version of yourself in a new direction, a new chapter. Okay. Recent past. Find out. Nine of Pentacles. It could have been an earth sign of some sort that you're dealing with in the past year. It could also just talk about you here, Taurus, that you are focused heavily on branching out. Could be a new job, trying to start something different. Honor your commitments to better your financial situation. Just explore different opportunities. Things like that. Two of Cups and your thoughts right here regarding the situation. So this does come back. This does come back to that air sign I was talking about. Perhaps this could be somebody that you were dealing with here. Maybe you wanted to have a relationship with this person. Maybe it's on your mind. Maybe you're wondering if you are going to have a connection or it's possible with this person. Okay. Immediate future, the moon, blah, blah. So Taurus, it does suggest there's going to be a lot of unknowns coming in for you in your immediate future here. Clarify the moon. Why is that? Knight of Swords. Unfortunately, Taurus, here's the downside. Okay, so there is going to be some unknowns here that are going to come, and some fear and doubts. I think there is going to be communication that there is a lot of concerns around the situation, especially the Knight of Swords is a very active vocalization card, and it's going to the moon. So it's possible it's either on your side or their side, or it's just in general. You might just want to vocalize it. I don't know, your situation feels like it's up in the air, you're just concerned. Can talk about, like I said, anxieties almost. You might just be wanting to talk about whatever issues are going on in your life right now. Maybe you're going through a lot of struggles trying to get to this, like I said, reach the death card where you can really kind of have a new start at things to some extent. What is Taurus's advice here in this situation? King of Pentacles, so there needs to be, once again, King of Pentacles is slow energy, but it is committed, focused energy on goals, especially. The King has all these riches because of the fact that he put his time into things that were stable commitments, okay? Yeah, maybe they take time to grow and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's like you have to have a vision on what you want. This King does. He has a vision. He knew exactly what he wanted, and the road to get there might have taken him a long time, but at the end of the day, he honored his commitments, his goals, kept on working, kept on making baby steps to it, saving money. This can also talk about, being responsible with the decisions that you make, your financial decisions. This is like probably a critical thing, and it seems like in your recent past year, you're working on that. So it's telling you, keep doing that because you're going in the right direction. So for those of you that have started a new job, have gone on a new venture, the advice here is suggesting keep doing that because you're on your way to basically becoming very successful at it. Yes, you're going to have some doubts. Yes, you're going to have some things test you. But don't let that deter you, okay? It's not a reason to quit. So anyways, that's what I got for Taurus. Let's get another story for you. All right, can I get one more story for our Taurus, please? One more story for for our Taurus in their current situation. One more story for our Taurus gang. Hopefully not actually in a gang. What the hell? We just had the Knight of Pentacles. Different deck right here. Oh, man. And King of Pentacles. We just had that. Once again, this is trying to reach a point of stability, Taurus. You're trying to basically get to this stability. And I just told you right now, if you keep working on it, you're going to get there. This is a brand new deck. Different deck. Can't make that shit up. Basis of the situation right there. Feeling like you're left out in the cold. Things suck ass right now. Probably going through tough times or had struggles. A lot of struggles in the past. Really kind of part of the reason why you're trying to basically branch out and do all this work, because you're trying to get to this King of Pentacles energy, but the center of it, it's trying to get out of this. Five of Pentacles. You know, really, I mean, look at these people. I really feel like they're struggling right now. Hard times. What's in the immediate past here? Queen of Swords. We had the King of Swords earlier, now we got the Queen here. Clarify Queen of Swords. Isn't that magical, Taurus? I'm going to take that, actually. Hanging Man. So it suggests here there was probably communication that came through here, Taurus, that you're thinking about heavily, weighing on. Could be legal decisions for some of you. Could also talk about just communications, once again, with an air sign of some sort. Okay. Or it could be any other sign. Doesn't matter. But something that was said. It could also have been just things that you're vocalizing that you want or you're trying to achieve, or it could have been other suggestions, advice, I don't know, something around that. You're trying to get a new angle on things, really understand the situation differently. I'm going to take that too. Four of Cups for your thoughts right there, Taurus. The suggesting the should've, the could've, the would've's. You know, I'm not really getting much. There might be opportunities all around you that you're unaware of. A lot of good, a lot of things that you've accomplished, but you may just not be seeing it, choosing not to see it. And I'm not saying that's like I'm dogging you for that, Taurus. That's not what this is about. The card can talk about sometimes, like I said, it's just disappointment. It can talk about boredom. It can also talk about just feeling like inadequate, like things didn't meet expectations, being upset about it. Okay? But that's showing what's going through your mind right now, apparently. What's about to happen in the immediate future for our Taurus gang? What's about to happen for our Taurus in the immediate future? The High Priestess. Looks like a bit of soul reflection going on here. Similar to the Hermit energy, but on a... Ooh, and the Empress here. I'm going to take that. Yeah, the Empress going to the High Priestess here. This could talk about pregnancy, some of you. But it does suggest here that you're going to basically go through your mind, start looking for radical solutions here, Taurus. We also have Temperance here, suggesting that everything is going to be okay. There is going to be balance, growth, especially with the Empress here. So things will change. Ten of Pentacles. There's going to be a long-term commitment. And there it is, the King of Swords. Taurus. There you fucking have it. Okay? If you're wondering if that was going to come in for you, there it is. Okay? Things will work out. There is going to be future success. Okay? It's going to take some time, but it does suggest here, trust your ideas, your visions. Don't deviate from them. It sounds like you're going through a lot of struggles here, Taurus, just being honest. But it is suggesting some positive stuff coming in for you. Once again, we have air energy. I don't know what it is about an air sign. Air, earth, something around that. Okay, a lot of earth energy as well. Yeah, we got Virgo. We got Virgo, Taurus, Virgo. 2 cards of Virgo. We also have Cancer energy. More Cancer energy. Virgo, Gemini. No, I'm sorry, more Virgo. We got like 3 fucking cards of Virgo. Shit. Yeah. Anyways, that's what I got for you, Taurus. So, some positive stuff coming in here, but keep doing what you're doing, to be honest. Okay, it does suggest you're going through some rocky times here, but things are going to pan out and they're going to improve. But you need to stick with it, really. You had this twice here. I mean, what I'm referring to is your past, previous reading here. Just remember this, okay? If you are working hard and you're basically trying to start something fresh, keep doing it. It doesn't matter if it's a business, a new job opportunity, or something like that. Keep at it. Stay with your commitments. Don't ignore them. Don't sit in limbo ignoring your commitments, okay? It's suggesting here that success is coming in for you. This could always change if you don't honor your commitments, but the universe is suggesting here that this will come in as long as you go through the emotions, ride through them, get through it, okay? If you are having any struggles or difficulties, but don't lose sight of the goal, all right? That's what I got for you, Taurus. Give me a like if you enjoyed this segment, and thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. So that's 6 things. We'll do that tomorrow. All right. Gemini, how are you doing? All right. Hope you're having an awesome, awesome day. For this reading, I've been kind of telling all the Zodiacs so far, just because I'm doing a different format. I'll be getting 2 different storylines for your current situation, just general messages, whatever comes out, and we will talk about it. So hopefully the idea is if the first story doesn't resonate, the second one might. All right, so let's get started. All right, give me one storyline for our Geminis in their current situation. What do they need to know right now? Ooh, King of Cups came out. Let's find out a bit more. Don't pop the champagne yet. No, we'll take that. Cups here. World. Okay, so I mean, really it was the fucking same thing, I guess. Alright, Gemini, so you have King of Cups going to the World card. Interesting. I don't really know 100% what that's like 100% referring to. Now, the King of Cups is essentially it's a nice card. It does talk about, you know, someone that's in a very mature, emotionally open, affectionate position. Somebody that wants to have, could be a partner here that you're manifesting. You're wanting to basically find your equal, somebody that can match you on that level if you're emotionally open, okay, for new love. A partner that would really understand a deep conversation. The World card does suggest also somebody, could be someone that you want to travel with and enjoy life with, and have fun. For some of you, could also just talk about that you're wanting to travel the world and explore yourself a little bit. For others of you, like I said, it is just talking about wanting. I'm taking a guess here, honestly, but intuitively, I'm thinking that it could be referring to wanting to have a partner that you could probably, I don't know, enter a new phase of life, go in a different direction. I mean, the World card is a very positive card. It talks about a lot of things, positive success, closing cycles, transformation. So we'll see here. Doesn't look too bad so far. So let's see what your past issues are. Found this. The Sun. Shit. So once again, you're wanting to be. This. I think this is just a simple case of essentially wanting to find your happiness. And also, once again, this could go a lot of different ways. It could just be as an individual, wanting to basically explore yourself, as I said before, or it could be wanting to share your life with a partner of some sort that's emotionally mature, rock and foundation, somebody that you could definitely, get along with. Have an easy relationship, not something that's difficult. So far, this doesn't look bad. And with the Sun card, it does suggest, once again, you're trying to find something that is going to align with your life, make you happy. Okay. What happened in the immediate past here, Geminis? In the past, Two of Swords, suggesting here there was a splitting decision of some sort, something that was really you're tied down about. Let's actually clarify and find out a little bit more if we can. Clarify Two of Swords, please. Four of Swords came out. Clarify one more to the Two of Swords. What's the other sword? The Moon. So, here's each sword here, Gemini, suggesting here that there was one part of you, this must have been a heartbreak situation. There's the Three of Swords, and there's the other sword below for the fourth sword, but that's generally like the Ace of Swords, wanting to heal, rest, contemplate a new direction of some sort, take time out for yourself. It might have been something, I don't know, if somebody left you, or you had to break up with this person, or leave, or I don't know, maybe it wasn't even a breakup. Maybe it was just something that you felt you got let down in some particular situation. Could also have just been a struggle of some sort, something that probably really tested you, but you needed to take some silence, time out to yourself. On the other hand, though, you were weighing out the Moon energy, which can be fears, doubts, unknowns. So the Four of Swords can also talk about that, fear, anxieties, doubts to some extent. So there was probably in your past here something, I guess, wondering about your direction, where the hell you're going. Could have been a little bit, if this was a major change. I almost wonder to some extent, for some of you, did you move to go and meet a new partner, make a big decision, or were you contemplating it? Maybe this was a long-distance connection for some of you, and you're kind of wondering, I don't know, should I take it? Will it make me happy to go and do that? I don't know. Is it worth the risk? That's for some of you. See what your thoughts are. What are the cards? Ace of Pentacles. This has to have been something like that, what I just said. That's, your thoughts on this. So this does suggest that you're wanting a brand new relationship. Start a foundation. Get some stability going here. For others of you, it's possible still that this could just be, I don't know, once again, it doesn't have to do anything with love. It could just be that you're trying to found a new stage of your life, trying to do something different, go in a completely new direction. But, once again, could have been a lot of doubts, worries about that. I don't know. I've never done this before. Well, I think it's warranted. And Eight of Cups, having to walk away from something that you were emotionally invested in. Go and start a new chapter. What's going to happen in the immediate future for our Gemini in this particular situation? What do they need to know? The Hangman. So it does seem like there is going to be a little bit of still reflection going on here. Let's get a bit more info on that. Clarify the Hangman. Might still be trying to get an angle on stability and progress. The Four of Wands. So this does suggest here that, once again, even though this Two of Swords is behind you here, Gemini, it's still suggesting in the near future there is still going to be some contemplation. Now, this is not really a deadlock. It's just really going to be a new angle, new perspective, and looking at, seeing things in a different light. This still confirms back to what I was getting here with the Ace of Pentacles. So it does suggest here that you are pushing into new direction. So I like it. You're actually one of the few reads here that seems to have a positive mindset going forwards, which is nice. Four of Wands. So once again, could be for some of you wanting a family. You see them under the tree. This card talks about a lot of different things. It's not so much just family, but it can be just coming home to family, celebrations and things like that. But it does also talk about, just finding your own stability, being happy with things, having things to celebrate. Maybe this is trying to basically reinvent yourself. Like I said, start something brand new, travel the world, go and do something, I don't know, be daring, have a bucket list type thing, you know, or go and find a partner. Maybe you're just finding that where you're at and what you're doing isn't working anymore and you just want to go and try something radically different. So overall, I like it, Gemini, I'm not going to lie. Okay, let's get a card of advice for you. If you are on the journey of transformation, boom. Keep doing what you're doing and keep your head down, work hard. Eight of Pentacles is basically working on your vision. It is putting in a lot of work. It is basically believing in yourself that you can do it. Okay, but you see his head's down, he's working hard. So it's suggesting here in your advice, if this is what you're wanting and this is what you're after, you're on the right track, but make sure you keep working at it. Don't lose sight of the goal. Okay. And, you know, the Hanging Man isn't all that bad. You know, it does sometimes talk about being stuck a little bit, but it does, like I said, seeing things upside down. And a lot of people may not really see it the way that you do, and that's okay. Okay. You might have an idea, being an air sign, on where you're trying to go and what you're trying to accomplish here, Gemini. And I think it's possible that you might have a couple people that are going to look at you and think, you know, what the hell are you doing? Why are you acting like this? Or, you know, kind of be curious about why you're doing what you're doing. But you don't always have to explain, you know, everything to everyone. You know, it's just at the end of the day, if you have a vision of what you're trying to do and where you're going, that's all that matters, okay? Because once you actually create it, then people will see what, you know, firsthand exactly what you're doing, okay? So in the end, it'll work out. All right, let's get another storyline for you and see if there's anything else that you need to know if this one did not resonate with you. Give me a hot minute here, Gemini. All right. Give me a second storyline for our Geminis. What else do they need to know right now? Give me another storyline for another situation our Geminis are dealing with currently. One more shuffle here. Three of Cups. Gemini. What's the crossing energy to this? There's that Two of Swords. Gemini. This suggests here, once again, there seems to be a... our Geminis are going on an adventure to try and find their happiness, find celebration. You know, the Three of Cups is so similar in my books to the Four of Wands. I mean, both of those cards can talk about happier times, some things to celebrate, have fun with. This can also be sometimes talk about a past lover of some sort that you are dealing with or dabbling with. But overall, it is a good card. It can talk about wedding announcements and, you know, just having fun, celebrations. I like to call it the bar card. It's you know, it doesn't directly talk about that in the tarot, but I mean, I kind of look at it as almost like that, just having fun, going out, socializing, hanging out with friends sometimes. But, you know, in this particular context, I think it's referring more to about, you know, I don't know, the emotional satisfaction about your achievements and where you're at just in your general life. It's not really talking about an accomplishment of some sort, but just in your general life. And going to the Two of Swords, so talk, you know, once again, a difficult decision, two things pulling at you. Sometimes being on the fence, trying to figure out exactly how to do it. Holy shit, we had cards fall out. There was too many there, I'm not going to take those. Let's find out a little bit more. So, what is the basis of the situation? Four of Swords. What the hell? Four of Swords. Gemini. Basis of the situation. You know what's crazy, Gemini? You had that with the Two of Swords. Didn't we just talk about that? Here it is. Different deck. Sounds like a lot of you, once again, are coming out of a phase of, you know, it's just been, I don't know, a lot of fears, a lot of unknowns, probably a lot of isolation, not really talking that much. You might just be keeping to yourself more than usual. You might be coming out of this period, given this is past issues, and this was also showing up in the immediate past. So I would say it was fairly recent, or it had been going on for a while. But maybe it was just a period of burnout, decision making, uncertainty maybe about where you're going. Five of Pentacles could have been out in the cold a little bit. Some of you might have been going through some financial hard times. Once again, it can also talk about a breakup of some sort. It's in the immediate past for our Geminis. Excuse me. Oh man, did I just see that? I picked it, yeah. It was Four of Wands, but I never grabbed it. But I was like, what the hell? Temperance? I don't know. Oh, that would make sense though. You know, in the immediate past year. So with your temperance here, this suggests here that there was a lot of fine tuning going on, Gemini. That's probably why this is showing up. The Four of Swords and that Two of Swords are showing up in your other reading in the positions they were, because it was suggesting in some cases that, you know, through this immediate, your immediate past and even the remote past, there's been a lot of like just kind of like healing, trying to basically work on yourself. I don't know, just in some cases it's not even like actually doing stuff. It's literally just thinking about what is working and what's not in your life. There might have been a lot of stressful situations, feeling like you're in difficult, problematic scenarios that were not getting you anywhere. Okay, and Temperance does talk about trying to find that flow, that, you know, mixing and matching, figuring out what works, what's harmonious in your life. Okay, there's a lot of things that cause friction in life, and the question is, how do we make it less friction? How do we just make it buttery smooth, or we can just basically wake up in the morning and feel good about ourselves? Now, I know that's obviously in a perfect scenario, but I mean, we can get pretty close to it, right? If we do enough work on ourselves and you know, save our money basically so we can have financial security, invest into a house or a home or something like that so we have a place to live. Things like that. Things that can bring us a little bit more satisfaction and stability in our lives. I mean, when there's not much stability going on in your life, it's going to be very difficult to wake up feeling non-fearful, you know? You're going to have your doubts, right? What's Gemini's thoughts on this problem or situation? Nine of Cups. This card really wanted to come out. So this, once again, this is kind of referring back to that first story, Gemini. This is trying to find that emotional independence, that satisfaction, feeling good about yourself, having some achievements, having something under your belt. It's almost that desire to basically be recognized for what you've done. Okay, some of you might have been working really hard trying to overcome a challenge of some sort, but at the same time reach a point where you can feel like, I did that. I went through that. I'm over it. I'm on a new chapter. It always feels good, right, to post an update or something like that you're starting a new chapter. No more of this boring stuff that I've been posting for the last year. You know, I've changed this, going in this new direction, and then it's just inherently people know that it generates excitement, curiosity about what are you doing? You know, and it kind of suggests that's on your mind here. You know, you've got a lot of desire here. What I'm seeing here overall, Gemini, is a picture of somebody that's going through a lot of struggles, taking time out for yourself type thing, working through issues and stuff, and trying to better yourself, improve things so you can have better times ahead. Dude, really? The cat's on the bed. Like, I wish I could get this on the camera. I don't want to mess up the whole camera placement. Oh my god, the cat is hilarious. I might take another a video clip of the cat after this. What's about to happen? Holy moly, the Tower. So there is going to be some upheaval here. Clarify the Tower. What is this over? Is there any explanation as to what this is over or about? Clarify the Tower and the immediate future for our Geminis. Page of Cups. What the hell? I've got the Nine of Cups here. Whoa. So this could be good. Gemini, this is suggesting here that, you know, the Tower is basically, it's taking a foundation that no longer serves you. Something where so The Tower is always sometimes a concerning card in some ways, but it doesn't always have to be. I guess it's just the way that you look at it. I mean, I'll elaborate on in different ways in different readings, but the Tower is basically, it's oftentimes a phase of your life where you've built up this tower that you're sitting in, right? And that is your stability, what your comforts are. Now, that doesn't always mean to say it's healthy, because a lot of us, even when things eventually start to stagnate in our life, it's like we return back to that tower, and we don't want to shake the boat. It's just like, well, I'm just going to go and sit in that tower, because it's safe. It's familiar to me. I've built this. I know what it's like. I know where everything is, but it doesn't help us grow. And sometimes the universe sees that, and that's where the thunderbolt comes down to destroy that tower. It causes, and that's why it gets that like sudden upheaval, change, or something like that. Because, when that tower, when you're getting thrown out the tower, I mean, you're going to basically have a revelation that thing's blown to pieces. You can't really go back to it now. So you have to start something new. It's a push in the right direction. And you'll rebuild a better tower, which is going to be something, like I said, a new chapter. So it's being clarified by the Page of Cups, which can be new ideas, can also be an emotional investment in a new direction or opportunity, and we have Nine of Cups. So once again, this is, it seems like a push from the universe to dismantle something that's no longer serving you, to basically push you into a direction where you can go and find your own success or satisfaction. Building, like I said, trying to be more emotionally independent. For those of you who feel that, you get stuck on these connections that are difficult to get away from, like a codependent kind of relationship, this could be that the universe is going to try and break you away from who this person is to try and push you in a different direction. It has to sever things a little bit, so it can get you in a better, your mental health, just to kind of give you a break from it. Who knows how that happens? It could also just be starting new thinking, a new way of thinking, because the water energy does embody a lot about our creativity and our emotions, right? So this could be something that's just going to be erratic. I don't know. You're going to wake up. Perhaps some of you might go through some upheaval. Something major might change or go wrong in your life that pushes you in a different direction. But it's going to get you to start thinking, and just that little push. Probably, I would think, if you've been in this energy, this Two of Swords, and it suggests there's been a lot of it here, Gemini. If there's been overthinking or stagnating or, just more thinking than actually doing, this is probably why that tower is going to come in. Just letting you know. Okay. So, don't freak out. It's always for your higher good. So you obviously do better in life, right? Okay. Let's get one card of advice for our Geminis. There you go. Devil. So this is coming in once again for those Geminis that are. So for those of you Geminis that are codependent in a relationship, codependent on a person that you're not even with anymore, always reminiscing about them, even knowing that's unhealthy for you. For those Geminis that, I don't know, could have a drinking problem, drug problem. For those Geminis that basically don't have anything like that, but are just simply stagnating. This is like that, situation of just constantly wishing and hoping something will happen, but never really actually taking a whole lot of action to do anything. Like, this can be, for example, saying, oh yeah, I'm always trying to basically find somebody, but really and truly you haven't really spent any time really doing that. You've only tried one application, like dating app or something like that, and tried swiping for a couple days and it didn't work out. Well, I tried. Well, that's not really trying, because, if you really want to go and find your lover, there's plenty of ways to do it. Go to the park, go hiking, go to the movie theaters, go walk around the mall, go something like that. Go and interact with a lot of people. Do it whenever you can. And a lot of people say, well, I don't have time to do that because I'm working all the time. It's like, there's always an excuse for everything, guys. There really is. Reality is that if you want to make an excuse, you can make one. It doesn't matter how free your schedule is or how crammed your schedule is. The devil can talk about obsessions, can talk about obsessive behaviors, doing patterns that basically don't work for you whatsoever, but just keep doing it over and over again, just because it's just like a fear that, if I pull this chain off and go in a different direction, what then? I'd rather just stay in the illusion. It's like, universe, I think, recognized that. It's going to blast the thunderbolt in there. How that happens is going to be different for everyone, but it's once again, for your higher good. It's going to be result in positive changes, and it's for your emotional satisfaction and happiness. So overall, I like it. Gemini should never fear change. It's always good. Okay. So for some of you, yes, it could have been a breakup. For others of you, it could have been just, I don't know, releasing a toxic behavior, lifestyle, or lover. Alright, moving on, Gemini. If you enjoyed that reading or it resonated, please give me a like for the segment. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Alright, on to the next Pisces. Pisces, how are you doing? Alright. Me? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Alright, Pisces. So I'm going to pull two different storylines for your current situation, and these are essentially things that you are challenges to some extent. We'll look at the crossing energies and a couple other things. So if the first story doesn't resonate, hopefully the second one will slightly resonate a bit better. But I'll be honest with you. My whole intention of doing two different storylines was to get two different situations, but even when I'm using a different deck, it's kind of repeating one particular event that is being worked through by the Zodiac, and it's just basically giving me the same thing to some extent, even with a different deck. So we'll see what happens here. Maybe I'll just keep this to one storyline the next time, because I mean, two storylines hasn't really made a difference, to be honest. Alright, give me the first storyline for our Pisces in their current situation. What do they need to know? What do I need to know? What are our Pisces going through right now? In their current situation. Temperance wanted to come out. Just had that for Gemini with a different deck. So, suggesting here, Pisces. This, holy crap. And the Page of Cups wanted to come out. I guess this, I don't know. I went over the past issues. I'm going to put that over the past issues. What's the crossing energy to this Temperance here? Three of Cups. Pisces with Temperance going to Three of Cups here, it kind of suggests in some ways that you're wanting to reach. Three of Cups is, it's a nice card. The simplest way I can describe this, Pisces, it is water energy. So it is things that are emotionally satisfying to you, having fun, being happy with where you're at. Okay, it is enjoying times with friends, going out, doing stuff, meeting people. Can't talk about former lovers to some extent. I don't really get this right here, but it is to some extent just enjoying life, right? Having some fun. Can also talk about wedding announcements, going to a wedding of some sort for some of you. Just, I don't know, enjoying your, just having an emotionally satisfying chapter in your life where things are going good, right? But it's going to Temperance or Temperance. And this suggests that you're still trying to find that balance. For others of you, it is something you're actively working on, trying to basically find that happy medium where you can go to work, do your thing, maybe have a lover on the side or somebody that you're talking to, but also just feel good when you wake up and just like, yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. Things are awesome. Basis of the situation is Page of Cups. So it is suggesting here that perhaps you tried to offer your cup to someone, or you tried to basically work with somebody here. I mean, it's page energy. So I mean, this could have been wanting to throw, I don't know, your cup to someone, and maybe, I don't know, there's nothing else to really go off of right now, but it could suggest here that perhaps you're trying to start a new emotional direction, like something, it could even be a new creative journey, I don't know, start something, it's kind of stretching it here, to be honest, Pisces, but could have been like starting, I don't know, writing, drawing, for some of you, a new hobby of some sort. That could have been something. Maybe you're trying to improve, like I said, your emotional health to some extent. If you guys, for those of you that have been going through some depression or a phase of your life where things haven't felt like that you've had a lot of success in your life, something around that. We'll find out a bit more in a second here. But once again, it could also talk about if you are offering your cup, maybe trying to rekindle something or start a relationship of some sort with somebody. Because it can be, Page of Cups can be a flirty card. It can be somebody that wants to go and, once again, how you doing? I think like Joey would say on Friends, right? What's an immediate pass for our Pisces? What do they need to know? With one card. Four of Pentacles. So this can talk about sometimes possessive behavior. It can also talk about just feeling like a bit insecure. The reason I say that is because the Four of Pentacles, I mean, it's a grabbing on card, essentially. It can feel like, financially, for some of you, it can be financial difficulties and you don't want to rock the boat and lose what you have. Can be just kind of like holding on to your possessions. Can be also just focusing on yourself to some, I call it is to some extent a selfish card. Not always in the bad light, but sometimes we do need to be selfish. But it is a card, like I said, it can talk about possessive nature to some extent. Let's clarify the Four of Pentacles. Why is that in the immediate past for our Pisces? Four of Wands. Another card which matches very similar to the Three of Cups here. This suggests that there might have been something here, Pisces, that in your immediate past, you're, like I said, could have been something to do with family. It could have been some. This is stability to some extent. This card doesn't directly talk about. I mean, it can to some extent talk about people getting married and stuff like that. But I always also go off also what the card shows. And this card, I like this card because it does show like a family right there. Okay. So this could be that some of you were searching for that, and it's been something where you feel is pretty scarce. Four of Pentacles can talk about that. And perhaps you feel in some ways that for some of you might have been trying to find, I don't know, a potential marriage partner, and you just kind of feel like options are pretty scarce as far as that's going. Perhaps you did find somebody and you offered their cup to them, and you didn't really have a whole lot of success in that, or emotional satisfaction didn't really pan out, maybe. I don't know. Pisces thoughts in this situation. What do we need to know? Five of Swords. Well, I guess that kind of confirms what I was saying, Pisces, that maybe it didn't work out. So there's been, you kind of feel to some extent it might have been some mind games, betrayal for some of you. Also just feel like like I said, it's a loss for everyone. It didn't work out. So it's not always the best card. Can talk about arguments and fighting to some extent. But it's not the best card, so it could have been something that happened that kind of rocked the boat, as I said earlier. What's about to happen for our Pisces? What do they need to know? Six of Wands. So you're going to have a victory here. There could be confidence also working through something here. Clarify Six of Wands. What do we need to know about that? Judgment. I'm going to take that. Ace of Cups. I'm going to take that. High Priestess is going to take that. Alright, Pisces. So, what is this all saying here? In your immediate future, it would seem that this is... Okay, so here's my final conclusion on this. I think overall, Pisces, this is a situation where you probably have been trying to make something work that didn't work. Okay, that's the shortest version possible. There may have been some emotional investment into whatever the situation was, and it turned out to be a dud. Okay, it didn't work out, or you have your own perceptions with this Five of Swords energy. It doesn't always mean to say it did happen. It could just indicate that you perceived the situation to be something that was a total loss, or it was just conflict prone, or had issues with it. I don't know. Okay, whatever the case is, it is showing what's about to happen for you is Six of Wands. There is going to be a celebration. Now, this is what the card talks about. It is, you see this guy riding in with all the people around. It's suggesting he's feeling very confident and happy because he's being celebrated. Victory after the battle. Okay. Now, in this particular context, it is a revelation. The Judgment card does talk about, like I said, an awakening. It is a card. I don't talk enough about this card, to be honest. There's so much more to these cards than I really typically talk about, but, certain things just fit easier, I guess, to talk about when I'm doing readings. But this card, essentially, if you want the truest version of it, is talking about revelations. it's an awakening, and that's where that horn essentially is coming in, why the angel's blowing the horn. And it's most times evaluating your decisions that you've made in the past, especially if it was around a lover of some sort, or you wanted to basically obtain this particular situation that never panned out. It's really having an inner awakening to evaluate that, right? Now, the Tower, for example, is more external stuff that happens, the judgments within. So it's kind of making that conclusion to yourself that, you know what, I am, you know, you're finding your own worth, you know what you want, your values, and you're making a judgment basically to go in a different direction. So that's why it can be oftentimes a new beginning. The High Priestess can talk about following your intuition, going within your mind, you know, between the conscious and the subconscious, right? Ace of Cups right here, a very positive card, and it's talking about, once again, founding a new relationship. You might have different beliefs and things that have changed about your perspective and what you want, Pisces, or what you're looking for, or how you're going to obtain it. I don't know, but it does suggest you're going to go in a new direction. So for those of you that are in kind of a state of instability emotionally and stuff like that, it does suggest you're going to overcome that. It is coming in for you. Beautiful. All right, one card of advice for our Pisces, please. Dealing with the situation. Eight of Wands. If you got a vision, whatever you're doing, keep working on it, okay? Like I said, there's all the sheep and everything in the back there, Pisces, and that's suggesting somebody that is successfully running a good farm. Shepherd knows what the fuck he's doing, right? Sheep are getting fat, they're getting fed. He's going to have a good harvest because he's putting work into it. So it is suggesting keep working on yourself, keep going that direction, invest in yourself. It is a card of communication. So work with the people that want to work with you. You know, don't invest your time into things that are just dead-end situations, okay? Same 24 hours as everyone else in the world, so it's how you invest that time. I can't remember which sign I was talking about that, but if you do have any issues with wanting motivation and stuff like that, a good motivational speaker is Les Brown. L-E-S is the first name, Brown. Check him out, and there's a segment he does, just type in commitment. It should pop up there. But he has some really good seminars and things like that. If you really want some motivation or a spike in that, check that guy out. He will get you into this Eight of Wands energy, no problem. All right, that's what I got for you, Pisces. We'll get one more story for you, and I'm going to move on. So let's see. I'm pretty sure it'll be something similar to this message, but we're going to use a different deck, and we'll see what comes through, and see if it can explain in a different way. And I see 222 on the timer right now. Just so you know. All right. Give me one more story for our Pisces, please. One more story about Pisces' general situation. What do we need to know? What does Pisces need to know? Ace of Pentacles. So, let me get your crossing energy before we talk. What's crossing this Ace of Pentacles for our Pisces? Three of Cups, different deck. What do you think about that? What was that? Okay. Yeah. Didn't I just say that? Different. It'd be pretty much very similar thing. Different story, but different deck. Same thing. Essentially, Three of Cups. So it's going to Ace of Pentacles. It's Pisces. So far, it's basically wanting a new foundation, new growth. Lovers. This could be wanting a soulmate. I'm going to put that as the basis of the situation. This is choices. Once again, Pisces. Unfortunately, so universe really wants you to know something about this message here. This really is also the card of choices with the Lovers. This is really making really what I'm seeing here is a strong desire for stability, wanting something different in your life, but emotionally satisfying, something that you can celebrate, right? Could be a soulmate connection. You want to find that connection of a lifetime. Can be also choices on evaluating, also just in general life. Where should I go? What should I do? What really needs to change? Might have to leave certain things that don't serve me anymore. Move on to calmer waters with the Six of Swords. I'm going to take that for what's behind you here. Gone through some, like I said, some turbulence, stormy weather, problems, situations that were just difficult, things that never worked out. Probably where that Five of Swords energy was coming from earlier. This is moving on to calmer waters. I still, I say it all the time, but I still like the Crow version of the tarot, because that actually I think should have been what the cards really. This is more calm after the storm type thing, but it can still talk about turbulent times, but it's in the past here. It's saying that you're coming out of it, so that's good. But it does suggest you are having to move on. Greener pastures. All right. What is Pisces' thoughts on this situation? I'm going to take that Five of Pentacles. This probably suggests here, Pisces, to some extent that, you know, there is still a sense of, now, these people right here, this card is kind of difficult to interpret sometimes for certain people when you're starting out in tarot, but these people here, you can see, are, one is clearly injured with crutches, and the other one is, you can clearly tell, is cold, right? They're hungry, they're going through difficult times. Now, you'll notice that inside there's the light is shining in there. It doesn't really show it that well, but there's it's warm inside. It's you know, suggesting there that there are places that can help, and it's a church. But these people are walking on past it. They're not even looking at it. So it is suggesting that help is available to you if you need it. But the question is, are you going to take it? Those people don't seem to be. They're just walking on past it. Poor me, poor me. So it does suggest in some cases feeling like you got left out in the cold. So this is sometimes being, once again, it can talk about a breakup or feeling like you got kicked out or kicked to the curb type thing. Sometimes that can put us in a bad state mentally, because it does suggest in some cases like it's just like I got the shit end of the stick type thing. That's probably why the Six of Swords pops out. It can also just be feeling like, you know, like you're having to move on, and it's like, I don't want to, but Judgment, I'm taking that for what's about to happen. Didn't we just, I thought we just had Judgment. Pretty sure we just did. Didn't we? The horn's being blown. There's going to be an awakening here, a new chapter here, Pisces. A new Pisces. I like it. Clarify the Judgment for our Pisces situation. One more shuffle. Clarify the Judgment card. Wow, Devil energy. We're going to take that. Oh, and Ten of Cups. I'm going to take that too. Oh, and Four of Pentacles. We just had that. Pisces. Once again, an obsession. There we go. So, didn't I just talk about that in your previous? I was talking about possessive behavior, obsessive behavior. The Four of Pentacles, feeling like you're inadequate, you don't have enough. Scarcity mindset. Ten of Cups, desiring that emotional satisfying connection, aka trying to find your marriage partner. Trying to find that. Being obsessive, possessive. Wanting to basically, you know, allowing yourself to basically fall into toxic behaviors. This can be, once again, I know a lot of you might be like, oh, I don't do that, blah, blah, blah. You know, well, this is what's coming out, Pisces, okay? And it's two different stories. I'm using a different deck, and it's pretty much showing the same thing here. So it's applying to someone here, okay? And this does talk, like I said, it's fears in some cases. Even if it's not possessive behavior, it can talk about fears or phobias, like you're just not going to get what you want. But it's coming from this, it's a scarcity mindset. It's like, I'll never get it. I'm never going to have it. But the Judgment here is suggesting that this is almost, in some cases, like a lesson, something that's supposed to happen. And it's now, you know, like an awakening internally, basically trying to figure out, you know, it's going to be a revelation to some extent of, you know, you're going to reflect on the situation and really evaluate what's happened and stuff like that. Now, just remember with Judgment, though, it is also something that can talk about a repetition of a cycle, because if you really haven't learned the lessons, then it can suggest in some cases that if you haven't learned and you're not ready to move on to a new chapter in your life, life will oftentimes, unfortunately, cast you back into the lesson once more with either the same situation or a different situation. Okay? And a lot of people kind of don't like that, because what that implies is that it's more pain, essentially. And, you know, especially if you got let down or you feel like you're down in the dumps, it's like, well, how does that help me, Wes? How does me being emotionally upset and all that kind of stuff, how does that actually help me? Because pain is, I've said it many times, pain is a powerful motivator. You know, and some people, unfortunately, are so stuck in their ways that, you know, if you go and talk to them and give them advice, they'll ignore it for years on end, will not listen. It's only until things get so difficult and so bad or so frustrating, that's when they'll change. And that's why I say go and check out Les Brown, because he does talk about that. He talks about, he said this one case where his friend got diabetes. And he said that the doctor told him, he said that he might become impotent. And he said, Lord, help me. So, and it's like, he said, I've never seen him change so fast. And he said it's only because when he found out that he had a serious medical condition like that could really cause him to go blind, a bunch of problem stuff, that's what it took for him to change. So it's kind of suggesting that the devil can sell illusions like that, can be so compelling to keep you stuck, that it can be hard to really find that the chain is, even though the chain is so loose, you can pull it off at any time that you want to. The illusion is sometimes so compelling that you're so fixated on that, you forget that you can just pull the chain off and walk away. You know? But anyways, Pisces, that's what I got for you. Let's get a card of advice for you. So I think there is going to be an awakening here, a new chapter of life. And there is the Six of Wands. How about that? Wow. I'm pretty sure you had that for your alchemy. It shows up again. Pisces. Got some big awakening coming up here for you. New phase. Wow. It's going to be something, some type of self-awakening or something that's going to change about you. What advice do we have for our Pisces in this particular situation? What do they need to know? Judgment again. What the hell? There's your advice. So your advice is pretty much what I just told you. That when the time comes, Pisces, and it's coming soon here, you're going to have a revelation to yourself. It's going to be an evaluation period. It's just going to hit you out of nowhere. You're going to start thinking about it. And it's going to be that point in time where you're going to start really thinking about the choices you've made and what you've done. Could be in the past couple months, past years, who knows. Where has it got me? How did I get here type thing. Okay? And maybe you've been doing the same behaviors or doing certain things in a certain way. You know, like I said, it could have been obsessive behavior over a toxic lover. Could have been a situation that you know wasn't good for you. Doing things that don't work, work against you. It's going to be a revelation that, you know what, something's got to change. So I like it, Pisces. But pay attention. Really evaluate things hard when that does happen for you. Maybe it's happening for some of you right now. Okay, it just depends. But you got judgment twice. Holy moly. So expect that. Alright, Pisces, that's what I got for you. If you enjoyed this segment, please give me a like. Share if you want to. It'd be nice. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, Pisces. Sagittarius, how is my Sag gang doing? I hope all of you are having a wonderful, beautiful morning / afternoon, evening, whatever time this video hits you. Okay. Alright, so Sagittarius, for this particular segment, just been given that this is a new format for this video, so I'll let you know I'll be doing 2 different storylines, okay? Now, originally I was supposed to have, for each storyline supposed to be different, but they've been kind of showing up almost the same thing, so I might just make this in the future one singular storyline and elaborate a little bit more on it, because it kind of seems it doesn't matter if I'm using a different deck and trying to draw it, it's referring back to the same thing every time. I don't know how, but it is, okay? So, let's get right to it. Give me one story for our Sagittarius in the current situation. What are they dealing with right now? What are our Sagittarius dealing with presently right now in their life? 3 of Pentacles for your current situation. What is the crossing energy here? Page of Cups. Okay. We're going to flesh this out a bit more here, Sagittarius, but this is already suggesting here 2 different things. The first thing is, it could be for some of you are trying to, this could be a new connection of some sort, could be old, it doesn't really, there's no ways for really to know. Page of Cups is a nice card, it does talk about romantic offers sometimes and just being flirty, fun. Can't talk about, we'll get to the other thing in a second here, but from a relationship standpoint, this could be, like I said, trying to work with somebody. Could also be somebody from your work, with the 3 of Pentacles, that you met. Could also talk about that you just have a connection that you are trying to make work, okay? For others of you, this could also talk about you're wanting to be recognized more at your job or have recognition for what you're doing. In some settings, this could be like showing up to a place of, like an area of work or whatever you do for a living and feeling that you're undervalued to some extent, because the 3 of Pentacles is something that you would say is getting that recognition, feeling like your boss has come to you and really acknowledged that, damn, you're doing an amazing job, right? But given this is it's kind of a dilemma right now in this particular spread, so suggesting maybe that you're working on that or you're wanting to try and improve that or get recognition of some sort. Page of Cups, like I said, is emotional and creative expression to some extent. So you might, I don't want to talk about it too much right now, and just because I want to see what the other cards show first, and I can actually dive a bit deeper into this here, because I feel like I'll just babble on. To the base of the situation for our Sagittarius, I'm going to take that, the Hermit. So a lot of soul searching, inner reflection. Okay, so this is something that you're wanting going on here. What's behind our Sagittarius here? I know it's a little vague, but I'll flesh it out here. What's in the immediate past for our Sagittarius? No, I'm not going to take that. 9 of Pentacles. I wonder if this is just work-based. Clarify 9 of Pentacles. Why is that in the immediate past? Got some Virgo energy there. 10 of Pentacles? What? So, I don't know, for some of you might have had like a serious financial period of growth or something like that. A lot of money, possibly. Could have also been a partner of some sort. Man, okay, so from a financial standpoint, I almost wonder, was this a good business deal or something? Somebody that you're working with here? For some of you that are in business and stuff like that, something was financially looking pretty good. It's in your immediate past here, so it's suggesting quite recent. And then we have 3 of Pentacles here. So, This could also, from a love standpoint, just be a very financially, I don't know, somebody that was doing quite well with money, but it's showing your immediate past here. I'm not, kind of an odd one. And we got King of Pentacles. Some of you might have got a really good tax return, I'd guess. Something, I don't know, you're doing something was going good financially for a good portion of you. For others of you, there was just a lot of independence. But this can also look really good. It could have been some past successes here with, for those of you who have your own business. I suggest that you found that you're having some quite, I don't know, some good income from that, or just a lot of success. It's not looking bad so far. What is our Sagittarius thoughts on this situation? Give me one card. A lot of transformation, it looks like here. Page of Swords. New ideas. Yeah, this is like something new here, or existing, that you're still working on here, Sagittarius. I like it though. It's one of the more positive spreads we've had so far. What's about to happen in the immediate future here? Four of Pentacles. What the fuck? Why is Sagittarius in the Four of Pentacles energy in the near future? What is that about? Hopefully that's not what I'm thinking it is. Oh God. Sagittarius. Five of Swords. Sagittarius, this is going to be a warning in some cases here. This can almost suggest in some cases, and this is going to apply to some of you, okay? We'll see what your second storyline shows, but I'm just going to be honest with you. This can suggest here that some of you got a good payout of money of some sort. Could have been, once again, we're on tax season. It's possible that's why this is coming out. This could also suggest you got money from other means that came in. Maybe money was looking good at work. I don't know. But going to the Nine of Pentacles, this is a very well-dressed person. Okay? And it suggests in some cases that it can be a lavish card. So it can talk a lot of good things. But in this particular context, in the immediate past, I almost wonder to some extent if you overspent. There was high expenditures. Okay? And we have Emperor energy here. And I don't know, either this was spending this money on somebody, going to the Page of Swords. This is possible. This is in your thoughts here. You're either giving money to somebody. This could also have been investing money into, I don't know, trying to, like I said, get a business endeavor off or something like that. I don't know, something around that. But something around spending money. It's showing in your immediate future Four of Pentacles, suggesting here now it's gone from overspending to holding on to what you got. So, and going to Two of Swords, you can suggest it might have been some overspending here that could occur here. So, and put you in a gridlock, a little deadlock about it. Probably like shit I overspent type thing. I'd be a little careful about that. It's a little confusing with your message here, so I'm kind of interested to see the second storyline, because most times that'll elaborate this storyline better. So I think I'm going to do that, and then we'll talk about the first storyline again once I do your second. Give me one more card to the Three of Pentacles about the current situation for our Sagittarius. What do I need here? Nine of Wands. Man, I have a lot of different things I'm thinking about what this is talking about, Sagittarius, but it's not super clear. Yeah, I'm just going to tell you what, Sagittarius, what I'm going to do, I haven't done this for any of the other signs. I'm just going to go straight to your second storyline because I already have an idea on what this is talking about, but I feel the second storyline is going to give us a better picture of that once I reshuffle. It's probably going to elaborate on the same thing here. But I'll be able to flesh it out because I don't want to babble on about stuff and find out in the second spread that is actually referring to something completely different. Okay. Hang with me, Sagittarius, please. Give me a second here. Alright. Give me the second storyline for our Sagittarius in their current situation. Give me the second storyline for our Sagittarius in the current situation. What do I need to know? Six of Wands, trying to have victory with something. What is the crossing energy for our Sagittarius? Four of Wands, trying to have success. Stability. Okay. What's at the basis of this situation? Let's get a shuffle in here. Star. This star wanted to come out in the other deck. So this is a dream, a wish fulfillment of some sort. You're trying to work on a dream of yours of some sort. Something that has been very, I don't know, something that you've been manifesting, wanting. Whoa, we had another card drop out. Eight of Swords in your head about it. Probably been a lot of stress about this, Sagittarius, wondering if your dream is ever going to come true. Some of you could be getting a house. Some of you could be getting the right kind of lover. Some of you could be starting a business and making it successful. There's a lot of different things here. And we've got the Six of Wands here indicating trying to have a victory after the battle. Little Four of Wands, so that's your crossing energy. So it seems like you're wanting better, you know, and Four of Wands is coming home celebrating successes. So trying to be successful or something like that, and whatever you're doing right now seems to be a huge focus. Maybe some of you are just feeling like it's been a real struggle for you. Because you had the Nine of Wands in the other one, which is suggesting the Wounded Warrior. A lot of you being through hell and back, trying to achieve a goal of some sort. Is that trying to just find that emotional satisfaction about your path in life, what you're doing? Some of you are probably at that point trying to cross to the next level. What's behind our Sagittarius? What's behind our Sagittarius? Give me one card. Seven of Wands. You might have had a lot of struggles. A lot of you probably felt that you were having to really stand up for yourself. All those wands are pointed to that guy right there, and he's trying to fend them off. Probably had a lot of people kind of giving you a lot of shitty opinions, or telling you that you're not doing this right, or you should go in this direction, do that instead of this, and you're like, can I just do what I want? Can I just follow my dream? Maybe whatever you're wanting, that you're manifesting, is a bit controversial. I want to start my own bookshop. That's never going to work, blah, blah, blah. One of those things. How am I going to do that? I got no support for what I'm trying to do. What is Sagittarius counting thoughts on the matter? No. What? Nine of Swords? You have, in your past issue right here, Eight of Swords? So you have a lot of fears, a lot of doubts. It's like almost like, it's like a lot. Can also talk about, what the fuck? We got the Seven of Swords here. God Almighty. Whatever, go through like a real like mental turmoil trying to get whatever you're trying to do here, Sagittarius. I don't know what the hell's going on here. What is about to happen for the immediate future for our Sagittarius? The Lovers. Serious choice is going to be made here. Clarify the Lovers, please. Whoa! Two of Cups. Whoa. Boy, I wonder if this is Sagittarius. If is this with like, this is either a situation. So this could really talk about, for some of you, going after love but not getting the kind of partner that you want. And I think that you've had this wish of what it kind of looks like to you and what you want, but there's probably been just been encased in your mind, basically saying to yourself, how am I ever going to get this? Will it ever come in? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Why is something that I want, why is it so hard to yet. Probably been a lot of struggles. Feeling really defensive. I don't know. Maybe you just keep getting cannon fodder. Nine of Swords, just being depressed about it. Sometimes just like shit, you know. Down in the dumps, like I'm never gonna get it. You know, in your immediate future, what's about to happen here is just talking about. This can also talk about soulmate, to some extent. Could have somebody new coming in for you, and it's going to Two of Cups, potential relationship. Something that's about to come in for you. This can also talk about, to some extent, maybe a choice in lovers, making a decision, what's right for you. So this is going to be like, I don't know, I think the universe might drop something in for you here, Sagittarius, but the question is, it's going to be a serious decision on whether you want to commit to it or not. It could be something that could really... What the Lord? We have the Lovers here again. Whoa. Guess your soulmate, I guess somebody here is coming in. Double Lovers. Two of Cups. Wow, I almost got chills on that one. Yeah, Sagittarius. I guess, don't need to be an Eight of Swords energy. I guess your wish is coming in. Something's coming in. I don't even know what to say. I'm like, just kind of speechless. What is Sagittarius' advice on this situation? For those of you that have been manifesting something, a new connection of some sort, you've got something that's going to be coming in for you. Something that could be long-term potential. Potentially. I'm going to take that. Queen of Cups. If you might have an opportunity coming through here, Sagittarius, and when it does, you need to be emotionally open to it. Okay, if you're stuck in this, if you're stuck in the Swords energy here, that's not going to be emotionally open. This is going to be someone that's going to be shut off. So, the advice is probably suggesting here, release negative thinking, behaviors, and patterns and stuff like that, okay? I think the universe will, to some extent, drop this in for you. But the question is really going to boil down to, are you going to be emotionally ready for it when it comes? It's going to be your choice. Sagittarius, that looks really good if you ask me. I mean, it seems like this has been on your head. It's Four of Wands and the Six of Wands, trying to have victory, stability, wanting. And this can also be potential marriage, talk about marriage stuff. Those of you who are very wanting a long-term partner. I mean, what more do you want? You got Lovers twice and you got Two of Cups. I mean, for fuck's sake. It doesn't get more clear than that. Two different decks. There you go. Overall, that looks pretty good, I think, Sagittarius. So this does seem to be trying to have victory around love to some extent. It can still apply, though, to everything I said about business before. It could be some struggles with that, just trying to find your own independence. Lovers, if it's not replying to relationships, then you can also just talk about, you know, like I said, really making a major decision in life, about maybe the partnerships that you have as far as your business relations with, if you're into financial stuff, or just, I don't know, your direction overall and where you're going. Okay, but overall, I still think it looks really good, Sagittarius. So there is some kinks that need to be worked out, but like I said, Queen of Cups is your advice, and also put your follow your heart. That does talk about that with the Queen of Cups as well. Make sure that you are, like I said, being emotionally open. Cut out the shit that doesn't work for you. Okay, don't obviously go and offer your cup and be open to some person that you know is absolutely disgustingly toxic. That's not what the universe is talking about here. This will probably be an opportunity for some of you. May be already talking with this person, just unbeknowingly, and it's just starting right now. But little do you know, this could probably be the person. I don't know if it's, especially if it's someone new, it could end up being your soulmate connection. Okay, once you learn more about this person, or maybe, I don't know, be emotionally open to them. Anyways, I like it, Sagittarius. If you enjoyed this segment, please give me a like. I would really appreciate that. If not, that's okay. Have a good day. I'm going to move on to the next sign. All right. break. How are you doing, Capricorn? I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. Let me just write down your timestamp here. Alright, Capricorn. So for this reading, I'm kind of just explaining the format for every sign since it's kind of a new spread. I'm going to be reading 2 different stories for you, and we'll talk about it. It's going to be over something that's going on in your life right now, and we'll discuss that. If the first story doesn't resonate, hopefully the second one will. However, as I've said in just about every other Zodiac, unfortunately, the stories seem to be almost a blend of the same thing. It doesn't matter even if I'm using a different deck. It's kind of always repeating almost the same issue, so which is good. It's just going to give me feedback in the future that I might just end up making this one story instead of 2, because why do 2 of the same story? I mean, but we'll see. We'll see what comes through. Maybe we'll get a different story. Alright, tell me about what's going on for Capricorn right now in their present situation. What are they dealing with? What do we need to know? The Hanging Man. Alright. Some of you, well, hang on. Let me get your crossing energy first here. Let's get the crossing energy. Oh, man, I kind of wanted to take that. Where is that? I'm going to take that. Fuck. Oh, well, I can't even find it now. It was the Justice card. I don't know why I wanted to take that, but let me get another shovel here. 8 of Swords, okay. So Capricorn, there is something that is got you feeling stuck to some extent. Both of these cards can talk about being stuck in some degree. Okay, well, the 8 of Swords more so than the Hangman, but doesn't change the fact they can both talk about being stuck. There seems to be over an issue of some sort, something going on in your life where you are just mentally conflicted about it, and you're trying to not only think about it, but understand it in a different light. This can be, like, honestly, a serious challenge or decision, life-changing direction that you're contemplating. Okay, and sometimes things like that, if your previous thinking hasn't worked out, you sometimes have to hang upside down to see things in a different way, right? Although people might kind of see you as being a little secluded right now. This can also talk about a heartbreak of some sort. It could have been over a legal situation, since I saw the Justice card earlier. For some of you trying to understand the best direction for that, and for others of you it is just directly, I don't know, a relationship that didn't work out for you of some sort of connection. That just, it might be plaguing your mind. What is I'm going to take that for the basis of the situation, since I already talked about it. What is behind our Capricorns? 3 of Cups. So, 3 of Cups is a good card here, Capricorn, but I'm going to assume that if we got the 3 of Swords here, it could have been a third-party situation. I hate to say that. I don't like talking about third-party stuff anymore. It used to be kind of prominent, but I try to avoid it if I can. But you've got double 3s here, so yeah, just gonna stick with my gut here. I think this could have been a situation you have to walk away from, possibly, Capricorn, that, maybe you felt like the third wheel in it. So this is in your crowning thoughts here, Capricorn. You want to basically have, this was someone that you wanted to have a relationship with, and you don't really know how to dabble with it anymore. Either that, or it's also possible that you're trying to still make this work. What is about to happen for our Capricorns in this situation? Judgment. Let's get one clarification on Judgment. I'm going to take that 5 of Pentacles. There you go. Capricorn, what this is talking about here is, in this context, Judgment being here is a big revelation here. Okay, and it shows it here in your spread that you are, I think there is a part of you evaluating, number one, whether this connection can ever work again. Or is it better to basically just leave it in the dust? I think there is a part of this connection, whoever this may be, it's obviously something. We've got 5 of Pentacles here, and we have 3 of Swords. There's definitely been some you've probably been left out and cold a little bit by this person emotionally. They probably haven't really committed much to the situation anymore. Maybe they were in the past. Maybe this person chased you in the past. Maybe this person really made you feel good. Maybe there was good times with this person, but maybe things are just not working out. And there might be a part of you that wants things to work out. Perhaps it's even possible for a portion of you that you have this person that maybe let you down, and they're re-entering your life wanting to work with you, but you're just kind of like at a crossroads, like, I don't know if I should do that. Judgment does suggest here, though, that you're having a revelation about what you've learned, right? Five of Pentacles, if you've been left out in the cold by this person or gone through really difficult times and stuff like that, it can be kind of like it's almost like a life like trying to show you that you've learned lessons, hopefully. Now reflect on that. Do some self-evaluation, really think about it. It's kind of like a card of choices, really making that decision firmly about what you want to do as far as your next direction, a new path. It can be potentially a brand new direction in life. But the question is, are you going to take it? Just because we go through struggles and difficulties or situations that flop doesn't always mean to say that in some sense we know inherently we have, we know what the lesson is that's being taught here. Especially if it's just someone that's toxic. Eventually you realize that, you keep getting the same shit back. And it's like, it's not like you don't know what the outcome is. When I deal with this person, I get this. This is what I get. It doesn't change. Well, one would say if you've gone through that 3, 4, 5 times, then hopefully you've learned your lesson, that you know if you deal with it a 6th time, you're going to basically get the same result. But it's easier said than done sometimes, because sometimes people, unfortunately, are going to repeat the "thank you, ma'am, can I have another?" It's just, it doesn't sink in quite a bit. It's different for everyone. Some people have to go through a situation 15, 20 times before they eventually come to the conclusion they're not dealing with it again. Okay, but judgment does say that in some cases, if you have learned the lesson, you feel that you're ready to move on, then the opportunity life is giving you the green light for that. But if you want to repeat that same behavior and go back to that person, you still have the decision. You can do that as well. But it just really is going to inflict the same kind of problems that you had before, and until you learn the lesson, it's just going to keep repeating. Okay, there's no shortage. I mean, life will kind of keep throwing these situations back in your face as long as if you keep asking for it. It's really a card learning, and it can be, like I said, a new chapter in your life. I like it overall, though. So hopefully you do. I think this is a difficult situation nonetheless, but what is the advice for our Capricorns dealing with this situation who might be making a decision to move on? 2 of Pentacles. Clarify 1 to the 2 of Pentacles. Whoa, we got the 8 of Swords. Wow. So this is really talking to you here, Capricorn, that it's like 2 of Pentacles is juggling things effectively. It can be balancing your emotional life, just your overall needs as a person from your work life, and just everything in general. It's finding that equal balance, doing it effectively. Okay. In its reverse position, I don't really do reversals really anymore, but I mean, typically this was always the balls up in the air card. Too much on your plate. Okay, if I was still taking reversals, I have no doubt this would have come out reversed. But with the 8 of Swords here, it can talk about sometimes being worried about, I don't know. Number one, if we apply this to you moving on in your own life, it is talking about find that balance on what works for you, remove the shit that doesn't. Okay. The other thing is, if this is a person that has been in a third-party situation, then it's probably going to talk to you. Ask yourself if you really want to be juggled. Is it right to be in your mind? Should you always be in your mind about that? Is that healthy? Is that something you should be doing? If the answer is no, which it should be, hopefully, then you have your answer there. Have your awakening and move on. Start a new chapter. That's your advice there, Capricorn. All right, let's get you another story and see. It might just tell the same story here, Capricorn, but it might, give a couple more details. Okay, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get something different. All right. Let me just give one shuffle here. All right, give me another storyline for our Capricorns. What is their second story for their present situation? What do they need to know? One more shuffle. Knight of Wands. All right. Not bad, not bad. What is the crossing energy? Queen of Pentacles. You know what's funny is that I saw Queen of Pentacles in the other deck as well. That was popping out constantly. So here it is. Okay, so this is, once again, taking action to form your own stability. And there's a challenge. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody that is financially knows what she wants. She has money in the bank account. She's somebody that is nurturing, caring. She has that water energy, which is very important. So it's somebody that is just all around balance. I think the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles are probably the most all around balanced cards you can get. Whoa, we had one card. Whoa, the Lovers shot out. I'm going to take that as the basis of the situation. This could also talk about, Capricorn, that this is related to, once again, coming back to that first read. It could be a connection that, you know, you found was your soulmate, and that's why it's been a struggle to move on. That's probably why Judgment was coming out. It might have been wow, and we got Nine of Swords here too. I'm going to take that. A lot of stress. This could have been, once again, a soulmate connection or someone that you were probably really attached to, somebody that you really wanted. The Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands going, and the Queen of Pentacles going over it. Perhaps this could also still talk about, even though I can suggest that it is you working on yourself and trying to find your own form your own foundation to better life and everything like that. It can still be referring back to this old situation. I'm hoping it's not trying to fix that situation, Capricorn, but it could refer to that you're trying to still, fix something. Five of Cups. Down in the dumps. I mean, this situation is, I'm going to take that for what's behind you. I think you went through a major loss. That's probably where that Three of Swords was. Heartbreak, pain. Something didn't work out. Didn't matter how hard you try to make that situation work. It just never fucking works. Crowning Thoughts. I'm going to take that. We've got the, oh shit, and the Fool. The Fool and the World card. I'm going to take that. Wow. In your thoughts, basically starting fresh, having completion with the world card, crossing a portal, new stage of your life. That's what you're thinking about. Wow. So I do get a sense here, Capricorn, that despite whatever has happened in the past, I think it's something that you do inherently just want to there's a big part of you that just wants to leave it behind. But I think it is a challenge, especially if this was a soulmate connection. It can be extremely paralyzing sometimes to have to face the reality that it's like, maybe this person's not going to be in my life. I don't think, the magical words we want to hear is this person is going to be, we're going to live happily ever after with this person and things will change and get better and it'll just somehow work, right? But it doesn't always happen like that. There could have been lessons, things that you were supposed to learn from this person to help you grow as a person. Those pains, those struggles, whatever you went through is part of your growth to basically develop weakened parts of your life, areas where you're weak. Strengthen that. Because when we get tested like that, it starts to basically expose those weaknesses and you start to learn from your mistakes and it grows you as a better person. So in the future, you can make better decisions. What's about to happen for our Capricorns? Give me one card, please. Death. Holy shit. Closing out old cycles. Shedding the skin, starting something new. Going past the rubble and where the tower fell and stuff like that. Basically starting something fresh. So you got a new chapter in your life coming in. It seems that you are, especially with the Fool and the World here, it does, to me, at least, Capricorn, suggest here, I'm going to just, my final thoughts. I do get a sense, though, that there is, to some extent, it's going to be different for everyone, but there is, to some extent, I think, an awakening of, I need to start something brand new in my life. And we have the Hangman here. Respecting it. So, we had it earlier. So, overall, I like it. Capricorn, I would expect that you're going to have a new chapter in your life. The universe is probably, if you follow through with this and you continue on this path, especially if you're resonating with this and you're somebody that's trying to work on yourself, change something, it does suggest here that you are going to be crossing into a completion and you're going to a new chapter of your life. All right, and that does generally indicate the universe will start bringing in new things, will start for you cleaning it out, possibly a new relationship. All right, let's get one card advice for you. Hey, one card advice for our Capricorns, please. Well, I wanted to... Oh, lordy, lord. Justice, there's the Justice, and it was in a different deck, and remember I saw it, I wanted to take it, did I not? So the Justice, here it is. Different deck. Talking about karma. If you've been, like Capricorn, if you've been focusing on yourself, working on yourself, trying to do a new direction, life definitely rewards that. It'll bring in something good for you. Okay, so just remember that. Stay on your path, okay? Do the right thing. Obviously, if you know you're trying to move away from a toxic connection of some sort, I think a lot of people are coming out of situations like that and they're having a revelation that, you know what, I don't want a repeat of last year, and I don't want a repeat of the year before that. Sick of that shit. I want to have something new, and this can talk about equal give and take, fairness, what's right. You know, doing the right thing essentially because you know that inherently I don't deserve to basically get treated like crap or get discarded or put on the back burner. It's like I'm going to go and find something where I actually get my justice. And it can also talk about with this death that you're going to be getting your good karma coming in. So your advice is basically stick with it. Okay? And, you know, stay positive and stay on track. I honestly, I can't dock you here, California. It looks like it's pretty good. I think you're going through a strong phase here, and this looks overall very positive. So if those of you having doubts, stick with it. Okay? But yeah, that's what I got for you, Capricorn. If you enjoyed this segment, please give it a like. Thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. Or even subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'd also appreciate that too. Thanks for watching, and go to the next segment. Libra, how are you doing, my lovely Libras? Alright, Libra, for this particular video, so what I'll be doing, I've been kind of just reiterating to all the signs, but I'll be getting two different storylines for you in your current situation, okay? We'll look at what's going on, what you're facing, what you're dealing with. But as I said in the other signs, it seems that even when I'm using a different deck, it's still kind of rehashing and reiterating the same story. I don't know how, but it is, okay? And it's happening consistently with all the signs, I think, except Scorpio. Okay? For some reason, Scorpio needed two different stories. But for this particular read, like I said, we'll see what the first one shows out. If it's a little vague, it'll probably flesh out in the second story. Okay, but let's get started here. All right, give me one storyline for our Libras in their current situation. What do we need to know? What are they dealing with? Let's get one more shuffle here. Hope all of you are having a wonderful day. Four of Pentacles. Ooh, we got a scarcity mindset here, probably. Let's clarify that Four of Pentacles, and we'll look at the crossing energy. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. What is the crossing energy for our Libras? I'm going to take that Knight of Cups. Yeah, I'm going to take that one. Let me past issue. What is the basis of this situation? Before I talk here. Yeah, I'm going to take that. Eight of Cups. Libra, so in this first story here, what it's talking about is essentially you may be going through, there's a couple ways I can read this. Now, the first way I'm going to, oh God, too many things going through my head. The first situation is essentially where it's a situation you had to walk away from. So there was a connection of some sort. I would assume that you were, it might have been in your life for a while, someone that you were attached to, that you had a lot of history with. Probably had some good times, but there was probably a lot of bad times. Whatever the case was, there was a situation you were emotionally invested on that you made the decision that you had to walk away. Okay. However, it is coming now to the Four of Pentacles in the current situation, which is talking about sometimes, as I said before, a scarcity mindset in some degree. Okay. It is a card that also talks about holding on to what you got. Sometimes can talk about insecurities a little bit, but it can talk about some, being selfish and some other stuff. But sometimes, I would say in this particular situation, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time talking for your reading. Fuck it. Selfish, scarcity mindset. Let me just have a sip of coffee. I need some coffee here. Apparently a lot of confusion could be going through your head as well. Knight of Cups is going over it. So this could be a scarcity mindset regarding love, Libra. You might have a feeling to some extent that, there's not that many great options out there. And the Seven of Pentacles is clarifying the Four of Pentacles. This almost tells me in some cases, like, it could be you're very selective on who you want to offer your cup to. But with the Seven of Pentacles also tells me that's a planning as well. Like, you're trying to really evaluate your choices. And that's why I was kind of saying that it could be a scarcity thing. Because this is a card really does evaluate what you've had in the past and what you have now and what you're getting out of a situation. And I almost get a sense if you have to walk away from something, you might have some standards or certain things that you're looking for, you want. And you're probably just finding that it's like, damn, there's not a whole lot out there. What's behind you? I'm going to take it. Nine of Swords. So, once again, could have been felt that you're stuck in a situation at one point. Once again, having to walk away, it was probably very difficult for you to do that. But you figured, hey, that's what I have to do, right? It's like I can't be, whatever the situation was obviously a very emotional situation, something that really tested you. And you guys, I don't know, had your disagreements, had to go your separate ways for one reason or another. But it says it's behind you, so that's good. Your thoughts regarding the situation, Five of Pentacles, once again, feeling like you're getting left out in the cold type thing. This is coming back to that scarcity mindset. You might, once again, just feeling like there's very limited options, and it's just like, God, things aren't really that great for me right now. As far as the love department, I'm getting a sense that there's a lot of reading. I suppose I could apply a little bit about financial. We'll see what the second story comes out. But what is about to happen for our Libras? What do we need to know? Two of Swords. So shit. There's something here, Libra, that you're dealing with, and once again, I have to apply it and assume that it's something related to love. Okay, that's the first possible situation. But whatever the case is, it's putting you in your mind, like, you don't know which way things are going to go, like how to proceed, what to do. Clarify the Two of Swords. Give me two cards. Why is Libra going to be in the Two of Swords energy? What's that about? What do we need to know? Ace of Pentacles, and possibly a new start, so that's one thing. Oh, come on. Libra, so this is what this is suggesting here. You're in your mind essentially about probably, once again, this toxic connection, whatever you walked away from. Okay? There's a part of you that probably is considering going back to it. Okay? I'm just saying, if that person is making their presence known and wants to be back with you, or is still trying to basically pander to you to basically come back to them or something like that, it's probably this person might make a reappearance in your life if they haven't already. And it's going to put you in your head trying to figure out, what should I do? Or should I start sending you? I think you know the answer here, Libra. I'm just being honest. Never go back to toxic shit. It's not even worth it. I mean, come on. Let's get a card of advice here for our Libras who might be considering going back to toxic lovers in the future. Seven of Pentacles. Again. Shit. Let's get one more card. A card of evaluation once more. Eight of Swords. It's really talking to you. You need to take some time out, okay? Take some time out to yourself and get your mind off of this, okay? If you overthink this situation too much, it's going to eventually mentally burn you out. And most people, when they start to burn themselves out, get to that desperation standpoint. And this is where that scarcity mindset starts coming in. I'm never going to get anything better. Shit, it's like... And this is where the temptation of the devil energy comes in. It's that mentality of like, when people get in that scarcity mindset, it's kind of like the sell, buy now. It's like the pandemic thing. Oh, sell everything, kind of thing like that. People do stupid things, even though they know that, maybe I should put this situation on pause. Let me take a breather and think about it. It's like they get caught up in the opinions of other people, or the voices, little voices that whisper, you're never going to get anything better. You might as well just go back. It's just easier. Oh, you're in a tough thing. Just go back to it. One of those things. And it's really asking you here, is that, one, going to be healthy for you? And number two, are you seeing things clearly? Because this can also be a card of, once again, being stuck. Can't get out. She's encased in swords in her mind. The problem's just consuming her. Blindfolded. I don't see a way out. And it's really an illusion to some extent. And just coincidentally, we have the freaking devil card here, suggesting that it's like, do you really want to go back to a situation that I'm pretty certain if you have the devil show up here, it's going to make it a very convenient situation, right? A lot of little bells and whistles and stuff like that. But is that, if you already know it's a package that's going to suck ass and you already had this in the past, why would you want to go back to it? And if you say, well, I don't know, maybe it's just easier to do that. That's where you should probably start exploring with yourself, asking yourself, why am I feeling like that? Why do I make decisions like that? What is it about me that I'm, jumping to this conclusion that it's easier just to go back to something I know doesn't work for me? Where in my mind is that suggesting that's a good idea? Why does it make me feel better? Why do I want that? Do you really know the answer to that? Okay? And once you know, like I said, it's something to explore. And if you find out the answer to that, then it's something you can work on and improve about yourself. Because it's never going to really improve the problem if you don't know how to, if you're never going to investigate the problem to actually see what is actually causing things to be snagged up the whole time, then it's, you're just going to have the same issue the whole time. So, and then overthinking about it's never going to get better. It's always going to be like this. It doesn't have to be. It really doesn't. And don't let fear consume you. You've got like 3 cards here that can talk about somebody that in a lot of fears and anxieties, worries, stresses. And I almost think, like I said, it's coming back to this issue of like, probably isn't going to be anything better than what this other person was offering. And I'm at this point in life where I don't think I'm ever going to be able to find something better. It's like, don't allow yourself to get caught into that illusion, Libra. Let's get another story for you and see what else it says. Don't fall for it. I know that's not all of you, but I'm just saying, if you're resonating. Let's get one more story for our Libras, please. What is the second story for our Libras? What do we need to know? Let's get one more shuffle. Queen of Wands. That's a good card. Let's see what the crossing energy is. What is the challenge? Ten of Cups, yeah. So coming back to what I was saying earlier, this is Ten of Cups here, Libra, can talk about, once again, it can be that ultimate fulfillment, wish fulfillment. It's something where you have good connections, especially if you have kids. It's healthy connections with your kids, a satisfying emotional relationships with other people. It's basically that point in life where things are just working. You have a lover next to your side, things are working. The kids are happy, things are working. It's just being happy, being content with your choices. Can also talk about a happy marriage, home life, things like that. Queen of Wands, showing a lot of energy and desire to be put into to finding that. A lot of you are probably on the hunt for something like that. How do I get it? I'm going to tell you right now, it's not with somebody that's toxic. You're never going to find that, especially when they show up as devil energy. Forget it. What's in the past here, Riley? The High Priestess. So this is a card of trying to follow one's intuition, silence, really thinking, examining, looking at ideas beyond this plane, essentially really reminiscing and thinking about all the possibilities of where my life could go, what it's going to be like. You know, and your intuition's probably telling you things about which direction to go. Whether you're taking it or not is a different story. What's in the past for our Libras? Sometimes can also just be a card of silence. Maybe you're just having a period of alone time to yourself for a period of time, trying to really contemplate. Four of Swords. I'm going to take that for your past right there. This is a card of silence. Once again, matching back with this High Priestess. Can talk about taking time out to yourself, probably trying to get over whatever difficult situation you went through that you had to walk away from the Eight of Cups energy that we saw in your previous reading. Situation that you had a lot invested in, a lot of years probably for some of you, and for others of you it was just something that was really meaningful to you, but it just didn't work one way or another, and you have to work past it. Deception. Okay, this I'm going to take that with the Four of Swords. Five of Swords. I'm going to take that. That probably suggests to me that there was a lot of fighting arguments. Could have been a loss for everyone, and that's showing up what's behind you. So that's really positive. All right, what are Libra's thoughts on the situation right now? What is Libra's thoughts on the situation currently? Seven of Wands, being on the fence. Okay, so you feel a bit guarded about your situation right now, probably trying to stand up for what you want. Might be, like I said, a struggle to some extent. Might feel that there's a lot of opinions, probably from family, friends, people, kind of chiming in your ear from time to time. Perhaps you're watching things on TV that are influencing you. Maybe you have just, I don't know, intrusive thoughts kind of telling you to go in a different direction that you probably feel intuitively that you know is not the right thing to do. Might just be a lot of, like, I don't know, a little bit of, like I said, being a bit on guard. What's coming in for the future for our Libras? What do they need to know? Immediate future, please. Ooh, Page of Wands. So it could be a new opportunity from probably a fire sign of some sort. You have fire energy here. There might be an opportunity here to move things forward with someone. Clarify the Page of Wands. What do I mean by that? It could also just be you. It's playful energy too, and it's somebody here that could be just eager to try something different, and that could potentially, like I said, referring back to you as well. And we got Page of Cups. Oh, and we have the Ace of Wands here. Yeah. So that's really good here. So Libra, there could be potentially an offer coming in for you. Somebody that wants to have forward movement with you, an opportunity here. A lot of new ideas and offering their cup to you. Flirty, so this could be someone brand new here that's interested to start something with you. Start an adventure. Whoever this person is, I would imagine would be pretty active, somebody that's going to want to have fun, keep it light. I would suggest, I would assume that they're just going to basically want to test the water with you and just see where you're going. So if you're into something like that, then keep a lookout for that. I would assume that this person will approach you on that. What is the advice for our Libras? What do they need to know? What is the advice for our Libras in the situation? One card of advice, please. The Moon. Don't allow your doubts, your fears to basically overwhelm you here, Libra. This is suggesting here there could be a good opportunity that's going to come to you, right? But the moon is really going to, the moon, it does talk a lot about deception sometimes, fears, anxieties. It does talk about the unknowns, basically, you know, and once again, if you already have this mindset from the previous reading we just did, kind of almost feeling like that scarcity mindset, you're never going to get this, and it's like that temptation to return to someone that's from the past and stuff like that, you might be shooting yourself down. And it also suggests that everything may not be as it seems, suggesting that you may be basically imagining things to be worse than they really are in some cases, for some of you. For others of you, it can just be the fear of the unknown. It's like, I don't know, should I really invest my time? And maybe this person comes and you're like, it's just probably it'll probably be the same as the the situation I just came from. It's like, don't allow that to basically destroy your chances of something new. Because what is that going to do? It's going to put you back into stagnation. What are people doing to get stagnant? Return back to something, reheating leftovers from the past. And then it gets stuck in that wheel. It just goes backwards the whole time. It's not a good cycle to be in. Moon can also, like I said, I use that example of the ant that walks across the flashlight and it amplifies it 100 times bigger than it really is, and it looks like a cat. I swear I saw a cat there when really it was just an ant. So there's a lot of things you may not see that are coming in for you. So just don't allow your fears to get the best of you. Be open to new opportunities and trust your intuition. If it feels right, give it a shot. Okay. You have nothing really at all to lose, especially if it's a brand new connection. Don't obviously divulge your entire life story to this person and stuff like that. Just test the water, see where it goes. Be open, be playful, and stuff like that. And don't allow drama from the past to influence the outcome in that situation. Okay, but that's what I got for you, Libra. If you enjoyed this message in this segment, please give me a like. And if you're not subscribed, I appreciate that too if you would like to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm going to move to the next sign. Cancer, how are you doing? I love me some Cancers. Yeah. I'm a Cancer moon, so you know. Alright, Cancer, you're my last sign I'm reading for. For this reading, okay, I'll be reading two different stories about your current situation. It's what you need to know, what you're dealing with, okay? The first, originally, the idea behind this new spread was that I was supposed to do two different stories, and the idea was I use a different deck and would hopefully get something completely different. But as I found, and obviously you can only do this through experimentation, the stories are pretty much the same thing in some cases. Even with a different deck, it hasn't made a difference. It's kind of referring back to one singular problem that's going on in your life. I think in the future I might just combine this and just make it one story a bit larger. But just so you know, I'm almost going to guarantee right now the second story will be the same as the first. So you'll pretty much know what you never to know in the first story. All right. Tell me about what's going on for our Cancers in their current situation. What are they dealing with? What do they need to know? What do I need to know? One card, please. Let's get one more shuffle. I also saw a 333 on the timer, so you know. Lovers. Current situation. Looks like you have a soulmate connection of some sort that's on your mind. Something that you, I don't know, are really wanting. Let's see what's crossing. Yeah. So this is deeply on your mind here, Cancer. We've got Four of Wands crossing over to the Lovers. It's suggesting you're wanting to have stability, and this is a card of family as well. Right there. It's suggesting here that you are wanting to, A, have stability in your life. 2, you want a soulmate connection, somebody that could potentially be someone that will stand the test of time with you, and you just want to basically, I don't know, but for a lot of you could just be an opportunity to have victories, celebrations, things to basically go home to, share with others that things are going well in your life, and just have a sense where you can wake up in the morning and feel good about what's going on in your daily life and share it with somebody that's important to you. Tell me about the past for our Cancers related to the situation. What do we need to know? What's going on in the past? Seven of Swords, a lot of deception. Shady behavior for some of you. Let's find out a bit more. Clarify the... No, I don't want to use that deck. Clarify the Seven of Swords. Why is that in the the remote? And this is generally the foundation of this problem. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, actually, so this is talking about here, Cancer, with the Seven of Pentacles going to the Seven of Swords. For some of you, it could have been bad decisions, unfortunately, that were made. Seven of Swords is, it's a lot of bad things. It does talk about sometimes a lot of lying. It can talk about just, you know, I don't know, it could be talk about infidelity, cheating. And Seven of Pentacles is a card. It does talk about many different things, but in this particular context, it's referring to looking back on what decisions you have made. And sometimes, yes, when none of us are perfect, okay, you know, we make sometimes shitty decisions. That's the reality. And this is a card that talks about evaluating those decisions, no matter how bad they were, or even if it was a good decision or something like that, or what, you know, maybe you thought it was a good decision at the time. It does look at that, and it's a reflection on what did I get out of it. You know, is it a bad harvest or is it a good harvest? Okay, clearly if you planted a tree that ended up bearing you absolutely no fruit, and it's wilted and died pretty much, and the neighbors across the street have beautiful trees that are growing, blossoming lots of fruit, then you already know that wasn't a good decision to plant that. Maybe you got warned about it. But Seven of Swords can also talk about maybe you had dealt with a partner that you felt was cheating on you or being deceptive. This could also talk about that. A lot of evaluation that was going on about something like that. It could be on your side or their side, I don't know, or some other situation. You felt you just got, I don't know, deceived. Wow, we got Seven of Pentacles there again. Crazy. Tell me about the immediate past. So the immediate past here is going to be something that was more recent. The remote is more that's been done for a while, but it's forms a foundation for this particular what you're going after right now. Tell me about the immediate past for our Cancers, please. Queen of Wands. I don't know what that's referring to. Clarify Queen of Wands for the immediate past. Why is that there? Okay. Could have had a fire sign of some sort. Some type of fire sign that was very romantically interested in you. Queen of Wands is a very flirty card. Can talk about, a lot of flirtatious stuff. You know, I don't know. Wanting to have fun, go out, do things. It can be someone that's charming, sometimes someone that's persistent. We have Page of Wands here as well. This is a person that was probably very interested in working with you or wanting to be with you. I don't know. I'm not getting a sense right now, to be honest, Cancer, this has anything to do with career or finance. That's why I'm pretty much keeping it a love context for this story. Okay. Crowning thoughts. Tell me about the crowning thoughts in this situation. What's Cancer thinking about? I'm going to take that Judgment. I think you're having a revelation, Cancer. With Judgment being there is really a reflection card about the choices you've made. And it's getting your karma for the choices you've made. But at the same time, it sounds really negative when I say that, but it's not. Because what it says is that it is a large... This card is very similar to the Tower. But the difference is that this card asks the question of, have you learned from the mistakes you've made in the past? Especially if this is, I'm just saying, in the situation that this was you, and you knew that you were doing something that you shouldn't have been doing. Now, I know that's not for all of you. I know that. Don't flame me here. I know it's an emotionally touchy subject for some people when I say things like that. But if this was you, and you were doing things, and maybe you got caught or something like that, or it didn't work out, who knows, whatever happened, it's really asking the question, if you're dealing with a lot of fallout or flack or problems from that, did you learn from it? What have you learned? What has grown inside of you? Did you learn the lessons like, that certain things that I've done in the past don't work for me anymore? I can't do that anymore. It's a card of growth. And Judgment also sounds the horn that basically, if you feel that you've learned the lessons and you reflected on that and you're embracing it, it does suggest that a new chapter of your life is going to start. Something brand new. You're going in a brand new direction. So it's a positive thing. And it does seem that in your thoughts that you're aware of it and you are thinking about it. There is evaluation going on about all the decisions you made and where you're going next and how things are going to work out. Life knows it's going to be tough, but at the same time, it's part of the growth and development. Life will always take care of you. It's just a case of, are you learning the lessons you need to learn? What's about to happen for our Cancers? Oops, wrong deck. What's about to happen for our Cancers in the immediate future here? Please get a card. Let's get one more shuffle here. Chariot. Looks like there's going to be a lot of forward movement here, going towards a goal of some sort. Something that you really want, putting your chariot towards something here. Clarify the Chariot. Let's take that. Oh, yeah, definitely going to take that. Looks like there could be a new potential love offer here for some of you. This could be an existing here, but it says here that you're going to try and embrace an opportunity of some sort, okay? Like I said, it could be a water sign of some sort, like yourself. We've got Pisces, Cancer, and Cancer energy here. But King of Cups, emotionally open person, it does suggest here that you're going to try and, I don't know, be emotionally open or invest in a situation of some sort. Maybe it's an existing person that you've already dealt with. I don't know. Could be a new opportunity that's coming in for you, one or the other. What is the advice for our Cancers in this situation here? So that's positive. Looks like a new start might be happening to you. Something different. Your advice is death, Cancer. Wow. Holy smokes. Leaving the old shit that's happened in your life, stuff that's basically, this is leaving that it's like shedding the skin off of, the ground is burnt to ashes and it's now a new chapter. Didn't I just talk about Judgment? Right here. Advice is basically just be aware. I don't think it's suggesting here that you've crossed it yet, but it's saying you're on the cusp of that. Now the question is, are you going to return to old behaviors? Because if that's the case, then expect to basically go back in the loop and start, you're going to have old cycles that you've already dealt with a million times that have probably stressed you the hell out. Life will just put you right back into that. The question is, and the reason it's doing is not to punish you just to really be an asshole. It's to try and, if there's things that you haven't learned about yourself that life's trying to basically strengthen, bolster, and basically develop, and it's like you're not getting the message. It's like it's going to have to keep putting you back in those situations until you do. So that's why Judgment is a reflection. It's like really evaluate everything that you've done up until this point. And ask yourself, am I truly happy with where I'm at? Do I have the kinds of people that I consider worthy options for me to date? Or someone that, have I been dealing with somebody that's toxic? Have I been putting myself in situations where that just stress me the hell out and get me nowhere? It's like, that's not the answer. Obviously, that's not a sustainable solution. So why keep doing it if you already know it's not a sustainable solution? It really asks yourself, evaluate these choices. Sometimes we don't always have the answers. So maybe you need to go and ask other people for advice. Take their advice, especially if you're a person that is reluctant to do that. Death can suggest that it's going to be an entirely new chapter. And this is incredibly positive. It suggests here almost, if you stick with it, you have something that potentially, this connection, whatever you're wanting here, this looks to me like it's going to happen. But you have to be open to it and believe in it. So that's what I got for you there, Cancer. Let's get another story for you. Overall, I think that's really nice. Really nice spread there. A lot of growth and development, it seems. Going through some rocky situation there. Alright. We're going to use a different deck here for this next story. Give me one more story for our Cancers. What's going on in their current life? I need a second story. What does Cancer need to know? What do I need to know? One more shuffle. Temperance. Damn, Cancer, you've got like a lot of major arcana coming out here. See what the... Whoa, we had the Lovers again. I'm gonna take that. Whoa, there's the Seven of Swords again. Ace of Pentacles is here on top of it, but... different deck. Didn't we just have that in your previous reading? Hello. Well. I'll talk about this in a second here. I'm going to take this Eight of Swords for the basis of the situation. Eight of Swords. So, Cancer, this is suggesting, once again, in the past here, a lot of being encased in your mind in swords, feeling like there's no ways out, being stuck. A problem that it feels like it's impossible to solve. I have no ways out of this. I don't know what to do. Lovers is suggesting here, sometimes this can also talk about choices in life. Major decisions about people that you're choosing to hang around or be with. Temperance is showing that in the current situation, you're trying to find the balance, moderation, the harmony. Perhaps you're trying to find peace with a soulmate. Maybe you're trying to basically find, make something like that work in your life, or maybe it's just a difficult decision just in general in your life, trying to figure out what the fuck do I do? Where do I go? What's behind Cancer right now? Oh, we had a Four of Wands there too. I know we had that in the previous reading. Right there. Wow. So you have a different deck and you had all the same cards pretty much pop up. What's behind you? Oh, this is in your past. Ten of Pentacles. What the hell is that about? Clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Why is that in the immediate past? Tell me more. Five of Wands. This suggests here that there might have been a lot of fighting, and this is in your recent past, not too long ago. Cancer, it's just suggesting that either A, this was with a partner of some sort. We got Earth energy here, and we also have fire energy here. Suggesting in the first situation that you could have been fighting over money. There could have been financial problems that you're having arguments, and especially if this was somebody that I don't know, just could have been in general. All right, Cancer. The second scenario is this could have been a long-term commitment that you had a lot of struggles with. Somebody that I guess you were almost going to marry them or whatever like that and never worked out. I don't know. I'm getting a sense of something around that. That's probably where this Eight of Swords was coming from. There could have been also just a lot of money that you had in your life at some point. But like I said, competition problems. There could have been a lot of fighting over money. Money that was, inheritance. This could be something that you could be fighting for. I don't know. Things like that. Money that you thought was owed to you. Conflict with somebody else. Other people. Something around that. But given that the Lovers is here, it's also... Oh, we have the King of Cups here again. What? Just keeps wanting to come out, even when I'm shuffling. What is Cancer's thoughts on the situation? Give me one card. Nope, wrong deck. What is Cancer's thoughts on the situation? What do we need to know? Page of Swords. You're opening new ideas. Communication. Could be incoming communication as well. So, I think this is talking about, in this context here, Cancer, you are really going into your mind, trying to find solutions to this dilemma you have. You want to find that harmony, that peace in your life, and you're trying your best. We got Four of Wands. Again, I'm going to take it to that. Once again, coming back, probably wanting to have stability in your life. It's a card that directly talks about that. Celebrations, have a victory run. so to speak, and it's really asking yourself, how the hell do I get there? Could also talk about, once again, family, wanting to have a family connection, better, and we have the Chariot here. Holy moly, Cancer. You've had all like the same cards come through the second reading. What is about to happen for our Cancers? Immediate future here. What's about to happen for our Cancers? One card. King of Pentacles. There's going to be stability. Ooh. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles for the immediate future here. Ooh, Moon. Okay. That would make more sense then. Cancer, I think there is going to be a lot in your immediate future. Here's the thing, is that you have a lot of... The thing is, with your situation, is that you seem to have a vision of what you're wanting to almost obtain, right? And I see that with a Page energy there and the Four of Wands. You've got Lovers, Temperance. So this is something, to some extent, I'm going to be honest with you, it's like a spiritual kind of situation where it's like you're being, I think, challenged and tested. You've got a lot of spiritual cards here. And the King of Pentacles, it seems to be, this is the ultimate stability. It's about your commitments. It talks about your values. It's something that would absolutely pair up well with the Four of Wands. Finding pretty much what you're after, essentially, Cancer. Finding that comfort in life where you can have money in the bank, feel secure about yourself, be independent, know what you want, have the ability, choices to be able to go and do things, be your own person, be independent, have financial success. It's all, it embodies a lot of that stuff. And also talk about long-term commitments with that card. Somebody that is going to be your perfect partner. Someone that can really be by your side. But the Moon is clarifying to it, suggesting that you have a lot of fears, doubts, and unknowns. You're almost like there's a part of you that is fearful about where you're going. And the Moon does talk about illusions. All is, it may not be as it seems type thing. And you could be blowing things out of proportion that really aren't as bad as you think they are. And so that can talk about sometimes that it can put you in that fear and anxiety. And the reason the card gets that is because sometimes when the light magnifies things 100 times, something that's super small looks like it's super large. You can start to actually believe it's an illusion. That's why the card talks about illusions. So you do need to be kind of wary of that and careful. I would suggest to not put yourself in that state too much. What is the advice for our Cancers? Let's actually get a different deck. Give me a card of advice for Cancers who may have that issue going on. What do they need to know? What is the advice from Spirit for our Cancers to work through the situation? Six of Wands. You need to be confident about the choices you're making. Okay, that's the most important. Victory after the battle. You have to realize that you're going through this conflict. And this is also possible, your Cancer, that this Ten of Pentacles is once again matching to this King of Pentacles. You're wanting to basically have this security in life. You want to basically feel like you're, once again, independent. You've got something, maybe a stable partner for some of you. It seems like you're going through these struggles, this upheaval trying to get it. But, Spirit's basically saying that you have to have faith that you can actually do it. If you don't believe you can do it, if you don't, you have to believe you can do it before anyone else is going to believe it. If you don't believe it, then why the fuck should they? And it's one of those things where it's like, you have to have faith you can do it. And you're going to go through some struggles. Clearly I can see that there is a lot of struggles here, but you have to realize it's like, you can do it. And this is overcoming challenges. Overcoming that. Spirit's basically suggesting here, keep pushing forwards. It's almost like it is a test. It's like you're getting tested. Don't give up. You're right around the finish line. I would strongly recommend you keep doing what you're doing, keep pushing forward, but don't allow yourself to fall victim to this the Moon energy, where it's like starts like plaguing you with fear about doubts and stuff like that. Nothing is ever set in stone in life. It's like it's always changing, and it's really based on the decisions you make. And if you want to allow yourself to fall back in fear and doubts and worries and panic and stuff like that, then that's what you're going to get. A lot of it. Spirit's saying don't do that. You have all the means to basically become victorious over your difficulties, and it will reward you. It will, all these people cheering here match in line with the Four of Wands. Getting that celebration, that pat on the back, things are going good. It's saying you're around the corner there, but you have to keep pushing forwards. Anyways, Cancer, that is what I got for you for your second story. Hopefully this all made sense to you. If you enjoyed this segment, please give me a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. I'd really appreciate that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.